evening from Ice Hawks Arena in Stevens Point. Welcome to Pointer Women's Hockey here on the Pointer Sports Network. I'm Tom Weaver, along with me, Sean McMahon. And, well, Sean, if there was any doubt, the postseason is here. It is the WIAC quarterfinals. Stevens Point coming in, the 4 seed against the 5th seed Northland. The winner of this earns the right to go to Hobbs Ice Arena and the number 1 seed Eau Claire on the weekend. Sean, Stevens Point a season here, 8-11-6. They've played 5 overtime games in a row. They've played 9 or 10 overtime games throughout the year. This is a team that's not far off from being able to flip some results here to be in a much different position than they would have been in.
Oh, absolutely, Tommy. If you look at their schedule and the results of their games, even against conference opponents, Tommy, ties against Superior, you almost beat Eau Claire, you're in games against River Falls. This program is about ready to flip the switch and get better, but now it's moving forward and scoring those big goals 5-on-5 to really get the tide moving in the right direction for this program.
So as we said, 5 straight overtime games, 9 total, and 3 one-goal losses. So we joked with Ann Miniman, you'll hear coming up from her in just a couple of minutes here, that this is one of those years for a coach that can seem like it takes about 30 years off your life here. But the bottom line is here, the Pointers got to find some scoring here. They come in averaging 2.2 goals a game. Their scoring margin is minus .20. So that's a ton of one-goal games here and not far. Their defense has been pretty good, pretty solid. They just got to find some scoring to try to go on a run in the tournament.
No,
here.
Absolutely. If they can find some 5-on-5 scoring, Tommy, I think that Coach Nidman and the Pointers would be right where they need to be. Get a couple big goals tonight, 5-on-5. You've been doing pretty well on the power play and on creating some offense shorthanded, as we saw in their last outing against Concordia of Wisconsin. They scored a power play goal and a shorthanded goal was the difference in the hockey game. It's just, where is that 5-on-5 scoring going to come from? Because if you look at their results, 1-1 tie against Northland up in Ashland a couple weeks ago, low scoring games. You could honestly say the first 1 to 2 in this hockey game is going to win this.
It is in good shape. The Northland College Lumberjills come in 6-17-2 overall, first year in the WIAC. They went 0-10-2. Kelly Ryder in their fourth season as a varsity program here. They made the switch from the NCHA, went 8-16-1 a year ago, did not make the playoffs there, so they're in, and you just want to try to get through this game here tonight and get to the weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of survival, Tom, because you play on a Tuesday, doesn't give you a lot of rest time, and advantage Pointers because you're playing at Ice Hawks Arena tonight.
Yep.
You don't have to travel the 4.5 hours or plus from Ashland down here, so the Lady Lumberjills will have their work cut out for them tonight here on the road.
Yeah, both of these two teams ran into a buzzsaw with Superior in their final regular season conference game. Stevens Point losing to Superior 1-0 in overtime and then 2-1 in overtime in the back-to-back games there. Pointers did close out a week ago on Tuesday night with a non-conference win, 2-1. What else in overtime? Danny Heitzman with a goal at 1:08 to at least get you some positive momentum here after going through a slide here. So you come in with a 1-game winning streak, totally wipe the slate clean here, and all you focus on is 60 minutes here tonight. These two teams did play back on February 8th and 9th. The Friday night game, a 1-1 tie. Nicole Newberger, a goal in the final minute to salvage a point. Alex Grubbs in the second period did the same with a 1-1 tie there as well. Stevens Point leads the all-time series against the Lumberjills 2-0-2. Mary Kramer, the leading scorer for the Pointers here. She'll get the start here. She's playing left wing on that top line with Alex Grubb. Cassie Newcomer, the other forward there. Talking with Coach Ninneman, she's going to try to, mix things up a little bit to try to find something to get some things going to get some offense.
Yeah, you look at the line sheet, and when we were talking with her during her pregame interview tonight, Tom, she made no bones about it that they're going to switch things up quickly. If things are not moving in a good direction 5-on-5, they want to mix and match and try to find the right combination to get some scoring.
Yep, that they will. Special teams could be huge.
Yes, they could.
You come in, Northland coming in, their power play under 10% on the year. Pointers clipping along at about 14%. Both teams pretty good penalty kills, around 85% here. You want those to be momentum changers, and especially when you're struggling to find some offense, maybe it's your power play that gets you going.
No, absolutely. And in single game eliminations, Normally it's the special teams that really tell the difference. So both teams keys of keeping the game 5-on-5. For the Pointers, you kind of like their special teams right now. Yep. That's where their offensive production's coming from. So if it does get into a bit of a special teams game, you could flip the little bit of a nod to the Pointers in trying to get some goal scoring for them.
All right, it's the Pointers and Lumberjills WIAC quarterfinal matchup here. WIAC Championships are brought to you by Culver's. Welcome to Delicious. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll hear from Pointers head coach Ann Ninneman. Stevens Point and Northland in the WIAC women's quarterfinal. We'll hear from the head coach of the Pointers coming up on the Pointers Sports Network.
The WIAC Ice Hockey Championships are brought to you by Culver's. Welcome to Delicious. Culver's congratulates the WIAC on its long history of athletic success and outstanding academic accomplishments. Over 5,000 student athletes compete in WIAC sports, and Culver's recognizes the student athletes of the WIAC for their hard work, dedication, and commitment to excellence on and off the field. Culver's is proud to be a sponsor of the WIAC, the Conference of Champions.
Sure Tire and Service, get your car done right. Big town savings with a small town smile. State of the art Goodyear service keeps you going mile after mile. We're working to earn your trust. You can count on us. Sure Tire and Service, get your car done right.
Continue with our Pointer pregame show tonight. Pointer women's hockey team opens WIAC tournament action, hosting Northland. We talk now with Pointers head coach Ann Ninneman. And Coach, I guess maybe if there's ever been a team that's ready to turn the page to the postseason and get a fresh start, it might be your group of ladies here. I know you've been in some battles here with a bunch of overtime games, a bunch of close games that you can. I would have to think a clean sheet is kind of the message to get things going here tonight.
Yes, we're excited to kind of flip the page, like you said, and have a fresh start going into the postseason, and hopefully this game will build some momentum going into the weekend.
Yeah, 5 straight overtime games. You ever been through anything like that before?
No, not nearly anything close.
Yeah, so as you come through, and is it getting some more production, getting the lead here? Is it kind of the medicine here? You think that'll kind of get you out of that?
Yeah, we talked a lot about goal scoring, focused on goal scoring, focused on finishing plays. I think it's important for us to get a lead and hold on to that lead, get some 5-on-5 goals, which we've struggled with as of late. Just get through that hump, get through that mind game of why can't we do this, and be focused on that, be positive, put some in, get the excitement, get us rolling right away.
I think the carrot of getting to the NCAA tournament, obviously not there for you, but a conference championship and making life miserable for everybody else sounds okay at times too, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's the fun of the game. That's why you play. That's why we don't go off stats and records in the postseason, and everyone's got a clean slate and everyone's got a chance to go out on top.
Doing enough to get this game here at home tonight, not having to travel during the midweek here. That's something definitely to put a feather in your cap to get the job done to do that.
Yeah, it's always nice to have another home game and play an extra game. I mean, that's what we do. That's why we play is to play our games.
Yeah. Give us your scouting report here on Northland. What do you expect from them? Saw them a couple of weeks ago in a couple of those overtime games, but what do they bring here to IceHogs Arena tonight?
Yeah, they're a blue-collar team. They bring intensity. They have a solid goaltender, which we struggled to crack when we were up in Northland. So we got to find a way to crack through that and just play our game, focus on us, do what we can do, but know that it's going to be a dogfight.
5-on-5, you've been in pretty good shape here lately, haven't you?
Sort of. Sort of. We got to work. Just go with whatever we face. We know penalties are going to be called. We just got to battle through whatever we have.
Yeah. As you get set here tonight, you got a couple things with 3 seniors on your team here. So it's about sending them off on a good note, and also seeing what the character of your younger kids is here for future time. Is that kind of the mix?
Yes, absolutely. Our 3 seniors are phenomenal human beings, and we'll be definitely sad to see them go. But yeah, our young kids, we need them to produce, and that's kind of where we're looking right now. Is our sophomore class is really upped their game from last year, and we're looking for them to continue to step up.
I told you here tonight, you close out the season with what, a
12-11 and whatever record here. It means you win a conference championship. That'll be okay, right?
That would be awesome. Yep, we'll take it. We'll take it.
Obviously, getting through here tonight is the number one mission here. You know that whatever you get, if you get to the weekend here, you're going to see a pretty good team too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We're focused on today, and that's what we've been practicing on. Once we get to the weekend, if we get to the weekend, we have one practice to prepare for that, but not worried about that quite yet.
Yeah. What's your thought of the status of the WIAC here? Obviously, Eau Claire and River Falls of late have gotten the bulk of the headlines. They're pretty good teams here, but things overall are getting better, aren't they?
Yeah, they absolutely are. I mean, early in the year, we tied Eau Claire. We had a couple opportunities to win the game. Superior's beaten River Falls. Us and Superior are tie games, so it's pretty impressive top to bottom. And at one point, we had 3 of our 5 teams getting votes in the top 10. So it's one of those things where it's really, really fun to play in a tough conference, but sometimes it makes it hard because the work doesn't show and it doesn't pay off because you're playing against good teams the majority of the time.
Well, good luck here tonight. We're glad to be with you here tonight.
Thanks for having me.
All right, that's Pointers head coach Ann Ninneman. Stay tuned. More coming up. Face-Off is coming up next on the Pointers Sports Network. WIAC Ice Hockey Championships are brought to you by Quick Trip, a proud sponsor of the WIAC Athlete of the Week program. Stop by Quick Trip for healthy snacks from the fresh case, fully stocked with fruits, yogurt, salads, and sandwiches. Quickery Bake Shop breads, bagels, donuts, muffins, and cookies are made fresh from scratch every day in their own bakery in La Crosse. And Quick Rewards is Quick Trip's loyalty program. Check out QuickRewards.com for more information. Quick Trip, big on fresh, low on price, a proud sponsor of the WIAC.
Stevens Point Orthopedics.
Is this the new clinic that used to be the old clinic that's gone?
Yes, sir. We are the old clinic. We just changed our name to Stevens Point Orthopedics.
No more old one?
No, sir.
So how can you be the old one and the new one, too?
How can I help you?
Well, the old clinic did a great job giving me a new knee. Can this new clinic do the same thing with my old knee?
Sir, we are the old one.
Knee?
No, clinic. And I'm sure you won't notice a difference in how well we'll take care of you.
StevensPointOrtho.com. Formerly Klaczynski Clinic. Nothing's changed except the name.
Really like the old one.
After the game or anytime, head into Goose on Main, downtown Stevens Point. Goose has 38 beers on tap. That's right, 38, including all of your favorites, an awesome selection of microbrews and craft beers featuring some of the finest beers brewed right here in Wisconsin. If you're hungry, you'll find out firsthand why Goose was voted the best burger and best fish fry in Portage County. Before or after Pointers hockey or anytime, stop into Goose on Main, just minutes away on Main Street, downtown Stevens Point.
All right, set to go here from Ice Hawks Arena. Here's your starting lineups, first of all, for the Lumberjills of Northland. The goaltender is Gabby Sewer, 5'5", and a junior out of Casson, Minnesota. The defenseman, Bridget Alex, 5'2", and a junior out of Watford City, North Dakota. And on right defense, Amanda Abinator is 5'4", and a senior out of Montreal, Quebec. Up front, it is Carradine Kiviejo, she's their leading scorer, comes in as the center. The right wing is Matea Danahy. It's Matea Damali, and on the left wing, it is Allison Riley for head coach Kelly Ryder in her 4th season. For the Pointers, UW Stevens Point, Olivia Schultz, 5'8", and a sophomore out of Maplewood, Minnesota. She is 6'10" and 5 on the year, 2.40 goals against average, 92.5 on the save percentage. The defenseman, Maddie Monroe, 5'8", and a senior out of Aurora, Illinois, and Emma Berthume, she's 5'2", and a junior out of South Haven, Minnesota. Up front, Alex Grubbs, the center, is 5'7", and a senior out of Minong, Wisconsin. Mary Kramer, 5'3", and a sophomore out of Sussex, Wisconsin. Cassie Newcomer, 5'2", and a junior out of McFarland, Wisconsin. Pointers coached by Ann Ninneman, assisted by Craig Dakins. And we are ready to go. Our opening face-off brought to you by Miller Lite in this WIAC Championship, sponsored by Culver's. And right off the get-go, puck up into the Northland bench, and we get a whistle. And in a minute, her 14th season of the Pointers, 205, 134, and 45. Sean, the only player to play and coach in a Final Four at the Division III level. How about that?
That's awesome.
All right, off the draw, Pointers will send it deep into the far corner. Amanda Abinator with it for Northland. She'll turn it and bring it back the other way. Up the near side, Pointers run some traffic through the neutral zone again. Trying to get after it is Alex Grubbs. Up the wall on the near side, Northland will get it back. Bridget Alex with it. And Northland, a lead pass up ahead to Riley on the near side. She'll get the puck deep. Olivia Schultz out to cut it off for the Pointers. She'll get it on the stick there. Nicole Newberger. Back the other way comes Stevens Point. Into the neutral zone they go. Northland runs it. And able to intercept, but the Pointers are off sides, and it's picked up now by Newberger of the Pointers. She'll look to bring it back the other way. Northland so far making life difficult for the Pointers in the neutral zone. Turnover now. Danny Heitzman back the other way. She'll cut to the left wing. Heitzman coming in, gets around a defender, will come in, goes to her forehand, comes around, shot pad save made by Sewer, and a rebound to the near side. Very nice chance there for the Pointers early on. Ashley Hammis with it now for Northland. Will send it up ahead. Far boards. Rocked out there by Maddie Monroe of Stevens Point. Up the far wall, and it jumps up and out of play. We get a whistle here. 18:47 to go in the first. Still scoreless.
Yeah, good first shot for the Pointers. Reading the play nicely. Coming through, getting a good shot on Sewer. We're going to face off, but full marks to Northland through the neutral zone. Clogging up the Pointers. Really making it difficult to get to the red line and get the puck in and create offense.
Face off just outside. The Northland blue on the far side. Micah Zip will take the draw for the Pointers, sent to the far boards, and then run some traffic there. Northland will try to dig it out, and they do. Kylie Famer with it. And she'll retreat back into her own end. Pointers put some pressure on here in the forecheck as they look to send it deep. It is Micah Zip after it again, and finally Stevens Point tries to dig it out of the near corner. Northland behind their own net. They'll feed it up the far wall, glove down, turned over by Stevens Point. Long shot fired, Sewer with a save, rebound to the side of the net, and nice opportunity there by Maddie Monroe, the Pointers. Back the other way comes Northland, up through the neutral zone, right through center ice. Chipped away there by the Pointers. That's Monroe with it. She'll get it, send it deep. Stevens Point will get a change. Gina Magro after it for Stevens Point. She'll go to the end board to the near side. Northland will chip it up the wall in the near side. And Stevens Point digs it out again. Comes back between the circles, then finally cleared out. It is Samantha Scott for Northland clearing it ahead. Northland looks to get it deep here. Kylie Wickizer with it, sends it around, and Stevens Point will intercept again. Newberger back the other way through the neutral zone. Big hit coming through the middle, and the Pointers back the other way 3-on-2. Long shot is blocker to side, rebound loose to the far boards. Gina Magro after the rebound and goes to the half wall on the far side. Northland will dig it out, and back the other way they come. Right straight up the middle to center ice. They'll try to get it deep. It got through Nicole Newberger in on Olivia Schultz, and Schultz will steer it back behind the net. Alex Grubbs will come after it for Stevens Point. Far side, Kiviaho with it, and she'll look to send it deep with a backhander back in. Newberger for Stevens Point up on the far side. A bouncing puck, and Kiviaho after it again, and then cleared out, and down the length of the ice it'll go. This is going to come in close enough to the goaltender Sewer, but not far enough, I guess I should say. Whistle and an icing call here. 17:01 to go here in period one.
Icing call, so no change for the Pointers, and the puck will come back down in the defensive end. It's just one and done for the Pointers so far offensively, getting a shot on Sewer. And Northland doing a nice job defensively to clean up that garbage and get the puck moving the other way.
All right, shot right off the face-off by Northland, kicked out by Schultz. Pointers cleared up the near wall, but not out. Now they'll get it out towards center ice, swept ahead, giving chase Alex Grubbs after it for Stevens Point. She will stride after it to the far corner. Northland gets it there first, turns it around. Madison Zachmeyer with it, up on the near side. Point will run some traffic. Shannon Motzko tried to send it back deep right into the shin pad of one of the Lumberjills, and it comes back to center ice. Northland gets it. Ashley Hammis with it. She'll get it deep to the near corner. Pointers back there to get it first, and spinning it around there, Danny Heitzman, and she'll go around to the far side. Maddie Monroe out of the zone, and to the red line on the far side. One of the Pointers giving a rough ride there. And come near side. Brandon Schrader having an issue with his whistle apparently here. That centering pass here in the far end. Northland will clear it out into the neutral zone. It goes. Could have been an odd man rush here, and we'll get a whistle and an offsides. 16:03 to go here in the first. Still scoreless.
So it'll be an offside. Scott for the Lumberjills did a nice job of pushing the Pointers off there to create the offsides. We'll get a neutral zone face-off right below us.
All right, Northland wins the draw. They'll dump it in. Stevens Point will give chase. Into the near corner. Pointers, nice job to clear it out. Back the other way comes Micah Zip. Zip hauled down. Penalty call coming up here against Northland. And And the Lumberjills will play it there. Ashton Wilczek taken down in the play. Stevens Point will head to the Goose on Main power play here. 15:49 to go here in the first.
And we'll run the numbers for the Pointer power play this season. 12 power play goals on 86 chances. That's 14% even. Fourth in the WIAC, 41st overall in the country. Penalty kill numbers for Northland, 95 of 111, 85.6%. That's fourth in the WIAC and 32nd overall in the country for the Lumberjills.
All right, puck loose in the near corner. Cassie Knutson in there to dig it out. They'll go back behind the net. Stevens Point. Out high it comes, cycling with it. Long shot through traffic. Knutson down low. After Danny Heitzman labeled it up from the blue line. Northland gets it. They'll poke it past here. And comes all the way down the length of the ice. Back for Stevens Point to get it. Emma Berthume. And she'll get it. Weaves her way through traffic and comes right through center ice. She'll cut into the far side. Berthume coming in. Looks to center it. Good stick check there, but the Lumberjills forced it free, and it goes to the far corner. Mary Kramer with it now for Stevens Point. Knocked off the play. Northland will kick it ahead. Stevens Point will maintain possession in the far corner. They'll throw it. Kramer, far side, looks to center. Nothing there. Kramer looks to feed it back out high. They'll go half wall in the far side. Now they'll come down low to Kramer. She'll spin a backhander off the far wall. Out high to Alex Grubbs. Grubbs through traffic. Tried to go down low and get a redirect. Now they'll get it to Kramer. Kramer goes back behind the net. Thought about a wraparound. Instead comes right back up the middle. Grubbs throws it to the far corner. This is to Cassie Newcomer. And Newcomer brings it out high. Out high, it's Grubb. She'll fake a shot. That's off a shin pad. Pointers get to the rebound. Turnaround shot turned aside by Sewer. Rebound loose. 40 seconds remaining in the Pointers' Goose on Main power play. And Stevens Point with it at the half wall on the far side. They'll come in, fire shot. Sewer is saved. Rebound loose. And the Pointers get to the net here, and we'll get down and cover it up. So, 14:21 to go in the first. 32 seconds remaining in the penalty to Michaela Santjer of the Lumberjills. So, shots early on here, 5-1 in favor of Stevens Point. Off the face-off, Pointers will dump it behind their own net. They'll look to center it out, and nothing there. Up the wall on the far side, now picked up here comes Berthume in. Her shot is blocked, and Northland's able to clear it back down the length of the ice. What do we have? Brandon Schrader and Jim Brown, the referees. Jason Peters and Zach Caraselli work the lines here, this WIAC quarterfinal game. All right, brought in, up the wall on the near side. Final minutes of the penalty kill coming here. Pointers send it in hard, but right off the elbow of Ashley Hammis. She'll go to the Northland bench. She seems to be all right. And a puck loose near the blue line on the near side. Pointers will gain possession of it. Haley Sellers up ahead. She'll try to force it through a defender. Has to bring it back. She'll bring it back into her own end now to Nicole Newberger. Newberger behind the net around far side to Kramer. Kramer chips it ahead. Comes to center ice. Northland intercepts. Sends it back on the far side. Megan Adair with it at the blue line. Trickles it through her feet. Now runs into one of her teammates. That almost sprung Mary Kramer on the far side, but Pointers' leading scorer couldn't get possession of the puck. Now Zachmeyer will bring it in. Shot fired. Schultz with a save. She'll scoop it toward the far corner. And the Pointers will run some traffic there on the far side. I believe a defender's lost a stick here. Point will finally get to it. Cassie Newcomer clears it out on the far side. Newcomer bumped. Got it to Mary Kramer. She'll try to turn, but it's taken away there by Adair of Northland. Shot fired. That's blocked. Stevens Point wraps it around the boards to the near side. Zachmeyer after it. Nothing there. 12:45 to go here in the first period. Still scoreless of this WIAC quarterfinal matchup. Long outlet pass ahead off the stick there of Shannon Motzko. She got it on the right side of the red line, however, so it goes down the length of the ice. Stevens Point will change and now put on the forecheck here in the far corner. Northland tries to kick it free, nothing there. And now it's kicked back behind the net here by Wilczek. Wilczek turns, looks for a shot, nothing there. Now she'll reverse back to the far corner. Wilczek, a defender on her, looks to kick it out there. And somebody for Stevens Point in there to help out. That's Micah Zip. And puck goes behind the Northland net. 2-on-2 battle for it here in the near side. Northland will skate out with it, and they'll look to come off the near wall and out ahead. Long outlet pass ahead. I think this is going to go too far. It is. Icing call here. 8 minutes, 1 second into period number 1. We're still scoreless.
Yeah, the Pointers had an early power play and got some good offense going with the extra player there. And Northland, again, strong defensively, keeping everything up to the outside. The Pointers need to try to get into the middle of the ice to get some quality scoring chances. A lot of one-and-dones here, 5-on-5 for the Pointers.
All right, puck off the face-off, goes back behind the net and cleared around. And Stevens Point trying to jam it in front of the net here. Emma Berthume coming, shot fired. Seward turns that one aside. And we get a whistle, and what do we have? Is the net off? On the far end, a pile up in front of the Stevens Point net, or is it just covered up as Gabby Seward able to get down and cover it up? I think they'll reset the net, and we'll get a face-off to her left side in the Pointer offensive end.
It looked like Seward held onto the puck long enough for Brandon Schrader to blow the play down. Nice little shot. At this point for the Pointers, any shot is a good shot, sharp angled.
Comes out high, a shot fired wide there by Haley Sellers off the draw. That'll go to the far corner. Kramer after it, tried to center it. Going to the end board now, Shannon Motzko. And it pops up in the air and goes to the far corner again. Northland with it out. They'll try to clear it out. Stevens Point. 4 white jerseys hovering there, and Northland able to work it through. Now worked out again. Glove down here by the Pointers. This should be a hand pass here, but instead Northland plays it and then blows a tire here in the near side into the way into the zone. They'll try to bang it free in the near side. Hamas comes away with it. Shot fired. That's right into a Pointer defenseman and comes out high. Shot from the point through. Schultz blocker save on a labeler that came from the far point there by Abinator. And up the wall in the near side. Stevens Point will try to clear it out. Bouncing into the side of the net, Olivia Schultz. That's going wide, Sean, but I think realizing her team needed a whistle, made this pad save and covered up.
Yeah, first good save for Olivia Schultz as well from the point as Northland found some room on the perimeter to be able to get a shot through traffic. Nice job with the blocker down low for Schultz, and then read the play perfectly at the end of a long shift for the Pointers, was able to glove it down and get the stoppage of play.
All right, off the face-off, ripped around the boards on the far side. Collision by 2 Northland players at center ice, but it pops to a third one. That is Matea Danelli. And back the other way, Stevens Point with it. High up in the air, Ashton Wiltcheck after it. She'll try to get it deep, but again, Northland through the neutral zone, nothing there. Now dumped behind the net. Stevens Point will go after it. Coming up on the midway point here of period number 2 for Northland. Allison Riley trying to chase it down on the far side. Well, Sean, so far Stevens Point been able to change lines at will here, and now they'll put the forecheck in on the far side, poke it free, but it comes right to Northland in front of the net. Going after it for Stevens Point, Ashton Wiltcheck on the far side. She'll go in front of the net, can't set her up. They got right down, coming through the middle is McKenna Butcher, but that goes just wide. Butcher, blue line on the far side, sends it back deep. Stevens Point is off sides here, and they'll have to pull it back in. Now, long outlet pass ahead here by Northland, and it's Cassie Knutson after it for Stevens Point. She'll pull it back into her own end. Emma Berthume. Berthume ahead on the far side to Gina Magro. Magro dumps it in. Northland struggles with it a little bit in front of the net here, and around it comes. Now here's a turnover, a shot labeled up. That's redirected wide up into the netting. And Boychon from the point looked that time like Cassie Knutson. Got a pretty good label on it. Hit some traffic on the way through up into the netting and out of play.
Yeah, nice job of turning Northland over at the offensive blue line. Knutson read that play nicely, pinched in, was able to keep offense going. A nice little slap shot that deflected off of a Northland defenseman up and over the netting. Up and over the net and then into the netting. So nice job of the Pointers of getting some traffic in front of Seward.
All right, they'll clear it around near side, and Northland attempts to throw it up the wall on the near side. They do. They may have a 2-on-1 back the other way. Here they come. Shot fired in. Schultz with a save. Fought off the rebound in the near corner. Now centering pass. Turnover right in front of the net. And Stevens Point dodges a major bullet there as nobody in front of the net had their stick on the ice. Now racing ahead, Jess Jerome for the Lumberjills. She'll throw it in, and it's Haley Sellers that gets there for Stevens Point. Now up on the near side, Nicole Newberger with it. They'll battle for it right down below us here on the near side. Newberger comes through, drags it through a defender. She'll come in, cut to the left wing. Now right up the middle, reverses direction, kicks it down. Northland clears it up again. Back the other way they come. Stevens Point coming on a change. Actually, Newberger coming back. She'll set up defensively here. The play broken up nicely there by Maddie Monroe. And Monroe will get it, and she'll lead the charge back the other way. Long outlet pass ahead, chopped at there by Micah Zip. And Stevens Point's going to get to it. Zip got to it. She tried to chip it through midair to prevent an icing, but won a foot race anyway. And Stevens Point will hold it into the near side. Emma Berthume with it. Looks to center, nothing there, and comes back out high. Stevens Point with it. They'll chop it toward the net, hit a couple of Lumberjills on the way through. Stevens Point will pick it up now. Ashton Wiltcheck with it. She'll bring it out high. Shot bouncing through from the point there by Berthume, and that goes wide again. All right, Northland with it, back behind their own net. Lumberjills, Stevens Point has out high a couple of times. Been able to put the forecheck on, send it back. Back and forth they go through the neutral zone. Lead pass coming. Here is Michaela Isitz-Williams. Backhanded shot. That goes wide. Rebound to the near corner. Stevens Point will shove it here. They'll get it free and then chipped out nicely there on a play up the middle by Maddie Monroe. Northland player is down behind the net and is injured, and as they gain possession of the puck, let's see what we have here. Michaela Isitz-Williams, who came in. She kind of catch an edge awkwardly.
Yeah, she caught an edge after taking the shot on goal and went into the end boards hard, Tom. Sat there for a minute, trying to shake the cobwebs out and get things going. Offsides the call on Northland with Isitz-Williams down behind the net.
6-5, the shots on goal in favor of the Pointers here. And it was, 5-1 at one point?
All right. Correct.
All right, Northland dumps it in. Stevens Point reverses it back to the far corner. Pointers look to clear it up. It's off a glove, and they may have an odd man rush if they can keep her going this way. Danny Heitzman with it. She'll come right up the middle. Slips the defender, comes in, shot and a goal. Boy, the Pointers read that beautifully. Had a 3-on-2 that a defender got spun around, Sean. Danny Heitzman went right up the middle, her 5th of the year, and Stevens Point, 7:10 to go in the first, has a 1-0 lead.
And what a move by Heitzman, Tommy, around the Northland defender, and then went forehand, backhand on Sewer. No chance on the little mini breakaway from the hash marks and in. It's a 5-on-5 goal for the Pointers, and they have a 1-0 lead.
I think that's one of those things. She was looking to see what options she had and saw right up the middle, all the way to the net, was wide open, and a good finish there, Sean, to get a lead. All right, now Pointers off the draw, dump it right back in. Behind the net they go, far corner. Kramer will cut it off. Kramer. Now it is Shannon Motzko back there as well. They try to kick it out in front of the net. Near corner it comes. Now they'll weave it through. Kramer with a shot right in front of the net. All kinds of traffic coming. Kramer with a shot. What a save by Sewer, and she gets down and covers it up. Boy, Kramer, good job on the forecheck back behind the net. Worked it free. Motzko found it to her. She was wide open. Could not get the puck up off the ground, and a pad save made by Sewer, or it's 2-0 Stevens Point. Well, Sean, Pointers on the season here, 6-1-2 when scoring first. Behind the net, off the face-off, dug out by the Pointers. They throw it right in front of the net, nobody home. Now it comes out high, a shot, that hit a skate. Stick lift to try to get free for a shot there by Newberger. Turned around back the other way, and boy, Northland a player down that took a shot right off the shin. Right off the boot. Now Northland centers it back around. It goes to the far corner. Lexi Budensik after it. And Stevens Point digs it out again on the left wing. McKenna Butcher. Butcher far side around a stick check. Got it deep. Stevens Point will chase after it, but nothing there. Butcher again. Now able to gain it up on the far side. Got it to Cassie Newcomer. Spinning move there. Butcher back in there. And it'll go to the far corner. Newcomer looks to center right in front. Shot. Sewer with a save. Rebound is there, and she's able to cover it up. Boy, another chance there, Sean, from the far side. That not only a shot, but a rebound left out there, but Sewer able to get down and cover it up.
And you got to challenge the goaltender after she gives up the first goal of the night. Keep going on the offense and keep the pressure on. The Pointers finding it a little bit easier to get to the middle of the ice now after winning some puck battles along the boards. Into the middle of the ice and getting a couple good scoring opportunities on Sewer.
All right, Pointers off the draw. Shot fired. Sewer with a save. That went wide. Berthume fired that one up, and far corner. Rough ride here, and what do we have? Puck up into the netting and out of play. So we'll get a whistle here. 5:49 to go in the first period. Stevens Point with a 1-0 lead here. And off the face-off goes back behind the net. Danny Heitzman on the goal, her 5th of the year for the Pointers. What a bet that in this overtime string here, the Pointers haven't had a horns it over. Stevens Point back the other way. Newberger through the neutral zone, keeps it going. Newberger flips a deep shot in. Sewer, stick save, and deflects it up into the netting. 2:38 to go here in the first. Sean, Sewer, a couple times we've seen with the stick, able to get it up and out of play, and one of those content to live for another day type things with a face-off.
Sometimes you got to do that, Tom. You did a nice job of reading the play, and like you said, live for another day, get a fresh line change out there, and get going again.
Off the face-off near corner, Pointers try to center it. Instead, they slide it around the boards to Haley Sellers on the near side. She'll send a backhander back out. Now Kramer digs it free through traffic. Shot, pad save made. And a rebound to the far wall. Berthiaume after it. Now they'll try to center it again. Kicked off. Jerome will get it for Northland. Up on the far side and out. Oh, ricochets right back to her. And a little too hot for her to handle. Now coming right up the middle. Stevens Point works that one free, and it's Berthiaume ahead. On the right wing, Alex Grubb with it. Just out of her reach. Northland back with it. Back in their own end. Abinator after it. Up the wall in the near side. Stevens Point, Wilczek able to get possession of it. Tried to get it deep now, but it hit somebody from Northland coming off the bench. Wilczek able to come right through. She'll force it. Trying to head to the near corner. Pointers force a turnover. They'll hold it in. Long shot fired. Stewart with the save. Bouncing puck. Rebound shot pushed wide. Loose in the near corner. It is Micah Zip after it. Northland gets it, and they'll clear it out. Back the other way, Samantha Scott. Near side. Turned it aside. That goes deep. And Scott after it again. This is where the Pointers got in trouble before. They do a much better job this time. Gain possession and clear it out. Now fanning on a forwarding pass there is Wilczek. Northland will get it and dump it right back in. Minute 20 to go here in period number 1. We're tied at 1. Long outlet pass ahead. Heitzman after it. She'll get to it in the far corner. Danny Heitzman dances free. Looks to come back. Throws it toward the side of the net. Centering pass there is broken up by Northland. And they'll skate it back behind their own net. Zachmeyer after it. Stevens Point takes it away. They'll come short side. Minute remaining here in the period. Centering pass is broken up. Round it goes to the far corner. And it's Maranuk after it. And out high, Stevens Point. Long shot. That goes wide. Kylie Honor with the shot that time. She'll go after the rebound behind the net. Looks to center, nothing there. And a centering pass broken up, poked to the side of the net. Stevens Point will drag it now into the far corner with Maddie Munro. Munro around the near side. They got a couple of players in front here, just can't get the puck to him. Now off the far wall, held in momentarily. Stevens Point with a backhander up. Northland intercepting, 25 seconds to go in the period. Comes all the way back to Cassie Newcomer near the point blue line. And spun around here by Northland, but it is Mary Kramer back the other way. Sticks all over the place. It's a yard sale in the neutral zone. As Kramer comes down, looks to center it to the side of the net. That's freed up there by Northland, and they'll turn around behind the net. They'll feed it around the near side to Matula. And centering pass, a backhanded shot in. Sewer with a cover, and Stevens Point to the net hard once again. We'll get a face-off, just 1.7 seconds remaining in the period.
You like to get that offensive forecheck going, but again, Northland getting back to that defensive posture, not really allowing anything around. Actually, Tom, we were going to have a penalty. Is it at the 20-minute mark? But Brandon Schrader called slashing on the Pointers.
Yep. It will go against Alex Grubbs.
Yep.
So 1.7 seconds remaining in the period. And the Lumberjills will get a power play here. In a game tied at 1 late in period number 1. I don't know if they're going to say, and Northland's going to pull the goaltender here, Sean, for an extra attacker.
Yep.
Two-man advantage here with 1.7 seconds remaining. And Pointers drag the draw in, backhanded shot out, and that'll do it. Very good job in the face-off win there with a backhander into the near corner. And 20 minutes in the books here of this quarterfinal matchup. Stevens Point struck first. Northland answers it. 20 minutes in, we are tied at 1. Yep. We'll take a break. We will come back and give you a first period recap. Stevens Point and Northland in this WIAC quarterfinal matchup. Tied at 1. You're listening to Pointers Hockey on the Pointers Sports Network.
TDS Fiber, the future of internet, TV, and phone service, is expanding to more communities. Register now at tdsfiber.com/radio. Enjoy internet speeds up to 1 gig at your home or business. That's 10 times faster than 100 meg from cable. Plus, change the way you watch TV with our whole home DVR. Can't get that with cable. Powerful internet, premium services. Go to tdsfiber.com/radio to register, learn about bonus offers, and more. TDS Fiber available in certain areas. See website for details.
UWSP Athletics would like to thank Century World, a valued sponsor of Pointers Athletics. Nestled in the heart of central Wisconsin, Century World is a great place to hold your next event. With breathtaking facilities coupled with a wide variety of packages and amenities to deliver an exceptional experience, and with an award-winning 18-hole golf course with rolling greens to the famous Flower Hole, Century World consistently ranks as one of the best destination golf courses in the nation. For more information, visit centuryworld.com.
Snow Pilot is our winter seasonal. This beer has a tremendous body. The malt feels great. What I like is the nuttiness that it gets from the Maris Otter malt. Pistachio just comes through like you would believe. It's almost dessert-like. This is absolutely winter beer, and if you ever have a campfire in the middle of winter, this is what you want in your glass. It's just great.
Warm up this winter with a snow pilot from Point Brewery.
Taco Bell is a proud supporter of Pointers Athletics. Open early with breakfast hours, and if you find yourself out and about late at night, you can still order at their drive-thru. You can find your nearby Taco Bell on Division Street and Highway 10 East in Stevens Point and on Plover Road in Plover. Want to skip the line inside? Order online from your favorite menu items like classic burritos and tacos to new favorites like the Crunchwrap Supreme, Fiesta Taco Salad, and Chalupa Supreme. If you're looking for a delicious choice for Mexican-inspired food, live más with Taco Bell. Follow the Pointers all season long on the official website of UW Stevens Point Athletics at athletics.uwsp.edu. Updated daily with results and stats from every Pointer sport, as well as game previews and schedules for all your favorite teams. Don't miss information on the latest game day promotions, broadcast information, and the interactive fan zone showcases the social media feeds of Pointers Athletics. Stay in the game with the Pointers online anytime at athletics.uwsp.edu.
All right, back here at Ice Hawks Arena in Stevens Point. Tom Weaver, Sean McMahon, Stevens Point and Northland in this WIAC quarterfinals. And got out to an early lead, Sean, at the 12:50 mark. Danny Heitzman with her 5th of the year from Sophie Ragovic. That came at 12:50, a 1-0 lead, and then just a defensive breakdown by the Pointers. Sierra Maranuk with her first career goal, assisted by Amanda Abinator. We are tied at 1 through 20 minutes. Shots 13-6 in favor of Stevens Point. About what you figured. A lot of possession. Possession is key, and you got to try to generate some chances.
Yeah, got to get the puck to the net now. The Pointers in the middle half of that period was able to get the puck a little bit to the net, create some awkward saves for the goaltender for Northland Sewer, but you got to keep going on that. I thought they settled a little bit for perimeter work in the later stages of the first period. They need to get to the puck to the middle of the ice to create a couple better scoring opportunities.
Yeah, Stevens Point did have a power play in the first period. Didn't really get much going. Northland just 1 second of their first power play of the night, so they will open period number 2 on the power play. All right, the winner of this game, of course, will get the number 1 seed, Eau Claire, in games that will be Friday afternoon, Saturday afternoon, with the Eau Claire men playing at home against Superior in the WIAC semifinals on the men's side. So, again, the winner here tonight at Eau Claire, 3 o'clock on Friday, 2 o'clock on Saturday. The other semifinal, the 3rd seed Superior, is at the 2nd seed River Falls. Eau Claire won the regular season title with 21 points. River Falls with 18, Superior with 15, Stevens Point with 7, and Northland at 2. If you look at the big picture here, Sean, of the NCAA women's tournament, 10 teams get in. Right now, Eau Claire and River Falls, based on the fact that they're 3rd and 6th in the pairwise rankings, would get 2 of the 3 Pool C bids. Now what really happens is, some of those favorites out there, if they start getting knocked off, and those automatic bid teams like Plattsburgh, who's been the consensus number 1 team forever, along with Middlebury, they're 1-2 in the pairwise. The one that could throw the real curveball at things is the MIAC.
Correct.
Much as we see on the men's side, they've got about 4 or 5 teams in the mix there. Gustavus is the number 1 seed heading into their tournament. They are 4th in the pairwise ranking. So the MIAC women will start on Thursday with the 5 seed St. Mary's at the 4 seed St. Thomas. The winner of that game will be at the number 1 seed Gustavus on Saturday afternoon. The other game, the 3 seed Augsburg Augies, they've won like 15 conference games in a row. On the women's side, they swept St. Thomas for the first time in forever to close out the regular season last weekend, and they will be at the 2 seed Hamlin. So if you look at Hamlin is 12th in the pairwise, Augsburg is 13th. So right now, the 3rd Pool C bid would be Colby, who is 8th. So, somebody other than Gustavus winning the MIAC, which is not out of the realm of impossible, could really throw a monkey wrench into the WIAC trying to get 2 teams in the tournament without an automatic bid. So we'll see how that goes. Over in the NCHA, Adrian is the number 1 seed, and they are 14th in the pairwise. So that's another conference there that if someone other than, Adrian wins it there, they play, what do they play here? A quarterfinal series coming up. 6 teams make the playoffs. So it's St. Norbert, the 6th seed at Adrian. The 5th seed is Concordia, Wisconsin. They're at Lake Forest. Those series will be Friday, Saturday, 2 games plus a mini game. And then on Saturday, Sunday, 4-seeded St. Scholastica is at the 3-seed Aurora. The 3 winners go to a single site. The highest remaining seed hosts and gets a bye to the championship game.
Okay.
So that's how that shakes out there. And got some other teams that are players on out east as well factoring in. And again, all those tournament bids come in here in a couple of weeks. And but if you're Stevens Point, you're just trying to get to the weekend here.
Right.
And through 20 minutes, well, you did a nice chance to get your first goal, but gave it right back.
Yeah, gave it right back on a not a great defensive breakdown behind your own net, and really lost track of Northland offensively and found a player right on the back door. So, hey, you got to try to keep going here. The offense will be right in front of us here in the second period. So it'll be interesting to see if they can keep that puck possession game and get that forecheck, but now get the puck to the middle of the ice to get things moving forward.
That they do. Sean, we should take a minute here while we have a chance. Want to send our condolences to the family of Don Friday, the longtime 40-plus year sports editor of the Stevens Point Journal,
right?
Who passed away this week here. Somebody who's been around Pointer sports, especially. You talk about somebody who shined a light on the women's game, whether it be basketball, volleyball, soccer,
right,
or hockey, whatever it was. I got to know Don as a student and big with the Stevens Point American Legion baseball team and the Century Classic and the Community Parks and Improvement, member of the UWSP Hall of Fame, press box named after him, one of those guys that, around town, and I'm sure you as a kid reading the Point Journal.
Oh, absolutely.
He was at games all the time.
And
yep. You don't see coverage like that anymore. And again, our condolences to the family of Don. I know arrangements coming up here in the next couple of days here, and after an illness for him. So we send our best there. And I'll never forget going with the Pointer basketball team to, let's think here, Lincoln, Nebraska.
Okay.
And Don was working on his post-game recap, and they had just gone to a new system to deliver things electronically. And I helped him out, and he was eternally grateful every time I saw him after that. Thanks for helping me out in Lincoln. And it was years after that. So one of those guys I'm sure everybody's got a bunch of stories about around town as well. Pointer basketball teams in action, both a double dip in Eau Claire in the WIAC tournament. Women underway at Eau Claire, and let's see here, final seconds coming up here at Zorn Arena. Right now, Eau Claire, a 69-61 lead, as Stevens Point at 10-15, trying to pull a rabbit out of hat here late in the game. Men coming up as well to try to keep their season alive at Eau Claire. So those games going on, and we'll get you a final on the women's basketball as soon as we get. Pointer men will be home this Friday and Saturday against River Falls. Pointer's got the number 1 seed on the final day of the regular season by a win over Northland, and River Falls upsetting Eau Claire. So they Pointers and Blue Gold share the number 1, share the regular season conference title, but the Pointers get the number 1 seed by virtue of beating Eau Claire 3 times during the regular season.
Yeah, you go 2-0-1 against the Blue Golds, and you win those big games against a top five opponent.
3-0, my friend.
Right? Yep.
I want to sell them short because,
yeah, especially with some listeners out there. I'm sure. Can't sell them short, but hey, that's what you got to do.
Yep.
The Pointers kind of on the outside looking in on the pairwise, but the Jekyll and Hyde team of UW River Falls ranked still in the top 15 as they'll come into the weekend ranked number 15 in the country. Which team are we going to get? Are we going to get the team that lost to Stout last Friday night at Hunt Arena, or are we going to get this team that steamrolled Stout in the game 2 and steamrolled them in the minigame?
River Falls ended up needing a minigame, and they won the minigame 3-0. So,
yes.
those could go either way. And if you're Stevens Point, your best chance to try to get in the national tournament here is to get a pair of wins over River Falls. Correct. And then hope that Eau Claire beats Superior, and then you beat Eau Claire for a conference championship would get you to 19 wins. get a little bit of help.
He needs some help.
We'll see. A couple of Eastern teams. And let's see, Babson losing in their quarterfinals of their tournament, and Lake Forest getting an early upset loss to Trine in the NCHA tournament. So if you're fans of the Pointer men's hockey team, you're big fans of Nazareth College tonight as they are playing Elmira out in New York in a quarterfinal game there, that if Nazareth could get an upset, that would do well for the numbers. They're one of those teams that's up in front of Stevens Point right now. So we shall see. But interesting times nonetheless here, as be it the men or women's side. It's part math, no automatic bid.
No
You're
automatic
in the same boat
bid.
here.
You got to kind of build your resume as the season goes. And if you have a rough part of the season, you really start playing from behind.
Yep. Pointers, on a 14-game unbeaten streak here on the men's side.
Right.
And right now, it's the month of November that's keeping them out. So we shall see. All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, second period action. Stevens Point will have to kill a power play off when we begin period number 2. Northland and Stevens Point in this WIAC women's quarterfinal. Tied at 1, back with second period action coming up here on the Pointers Sports Network.
The WIAC Ice Hockey Championships are brought to you by Culver's. Welcome to Delicious. Culver's congratulates the WIAC on its long history of athletic success and outstanding academic accomplishments. Over 5,000 student-athletes compete in WIAC sports, and Culver's recognizes the student-athletes of the WIAC for their hard work, dedication, and commitment to excellence on and off the field. Culver's is proud to be a sponsor of the WIAC, the Conference of Champions.
Your next haircut now has a shortcut. Introducing the Sport Clips Haircuts app. That's right, now the cut you want is just a tap away. Just download the app, check in at your neighborhood Sport Clips, and choose your Guy Smart stylist, and you're done. We'll text you when your stylist is almost ready. Then head to Sport Clips for a championship haircut experience. It's home field advantage for your hair. No appointment needed. Just download the Sport Clips app and check in. And don't forget a beard trim. Sport Clips. You choose the cut, we cut the weight.
Marshfield Clinic Health System is making access to care easier, and we're making it easier to get care quickly in Stevens Point.
His sister dared him to put mac and cheese up his nose. Oh no! So, urgent care? Yeah, urgent care.
Urgent Care, now open in Stevens Point. Visit marshfieldclinic.org/Stevens Point to learn more.
Pointers would like to thank U.S. Bank, the official banking partner of UW Stevens Point. Visit their location inside the Dreyfus University Center for all your banking needs, Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. with a 24/7 ATM available. UWSP students, you can link your student ID with a U.S. Bank checking account to use at any ATM and to make PIN debit purchases. U.S. Bank, the official banking partner of UW Stevens Point. WIAC Ice Hockey Championships are brought to you by Quick Trip, a proud sponsor of the WIAC Athlete of the Week program. Stop by Quick Trip for healthy snacks from the fresh case, fully stocked with fruits, yogurt, salads, and sandwiches. Quickery Bake Shop breads, bagels, donuts, muffins, and cookies are made fresh from scratch every day in their own bakery in La Crosse. And Quick Rewards is Quick Trip's loyalty program. Check out QuickRewards.com for more information. Quick Trip, big on fresh, low on price, a proud sponsor of the WIAC.
All right, back here at Ice Hockey Arena as we get set for period number 2 here. And Sean, Pointers will have to kill off a penalty here, so early test here in the fresh stages here of period number 2.
The Lumberjills here to start the period with a power play. A slashing call was the difference on the goaltender right as the period was expiring. We take a look as we got a minute here. Look at the power play numbers. 9 for 99 are the Lumberjills. 9%, 5th in the WIAC, 57th overall in the country. Penalty kill numbers for the Pointers. 71 of 84, 84.5%. That's 5th in the WIAC, 36th overall in the country for the Pointers.
All right, a reminder, WIAC Ice Hockey Championships brought to you by Culver's. Welcome to Delicious. Our opening faceoff is brought to you by Miller Lite, and right off the get-go, an offsides call here against Northland. Neither team has been able to get through the neutral zone here through 20 minutes and 9 seconds. Very clean here.
Very clean. Both teams doing a nice job of really clogging things up through the neutral zone and making things difficult
Here's
for each other's
shot
offense.
Fired wide as it's Kiviaho, their leading scorer, with a good chance there. She found herself wide open there. Back behind the net it goes now. It is Emma Berthiaume for the Pointers, trying to dig it free. Around it comes. Stevens Point will get it, and they'll throw it down the length of the ice. Behind the net it goes. Near side, Samantha Scott for the Lumberjills will leave it. Amanda Abinator on the far side. Maybe a shorty here to get you the lead back, huh?
Yeah, that would be nice.
Far side, gathered in here by Nicole Newberger. Long outlet pass ahead. Long outlet pass comes to Shannon Motzko, who will bring it in. She's content here to dig it into the near corner, ride some penalty time. Boy, should have been a penalty here against Stevens Point, but they'll let that go, as crashing in hard there was Heitzman. And Heitzman keeping her going, and it is up the wall in the near side. Northland will bang it out. Ahead it goes, and it is Sierra Maranuk with it back the other way. Stevens Point will get it again, and a long pass up ahead once again. This is intercepted by Northland. Pointers reaching forward, get a stick on it. They'll off the near wall, send it back the other way. 35 seconds remaining in the Northland power play here in the early stages of period number 2. Tied at 1. Northland with it, near side. Ashley Hammes, a long pass up ahead. That is off of the goal scorer Maranuk, and she'll come to the near corner. Looks to center, leaves a back shot fired. That goes wide up and out of play, and it's Ashley Hammes with a nice chance there. Not sure if that was deflected or got there cleanly, but up into the netting. And we get a whistle and a face-off in the Stevens Point end.
It's a nice job by the Pointer penalty killers, Tommy. You saw Heitzman down below us, kill off 10 seconds, so just keeping the puck going, moving around in the offensive end for the Pointers. And again, nice defensive coverage by the Pointers there, and got a deflection up into the netting.
Penalty call coming up here, and I believe it's going to come against Northland. Yep, they will touch it in the near corner. Is it a holding call behind the net? Yep. So this will even things up here with 18:09 to go here in period number 2.
Yeah, it'll be the second penalty to Northland of the night. Here we'll have 8 seconds of a 4-on-4, and then we'll have another power play here for the Pointers.
Yeah, it is Carradine Kiviejo. That goes off.
I'll give you that name every time, Tommy.
Kiviejo?
Kiviejo?
Gets better the further we get in, like most times usually do, my friend.
Yes.
All right, 4-on-4 here, and off the draw, Pointers control it. They'll carry it into the near corner. And Kiviejo with the penalty, and now Stevens Point on the second Guzan main power play of the night. Around to the near side. Milana Aktekirk with it. She'll hold it in the near side. Stevens Point on the Guzan main power play for the second time here tonight. They free it up from the near corner. Cutting in, nothing there. Now they'll veer it off in the far corner. It's Heitzman. Heitzman, the goal scorer early for Stevens Point, flips it back to the near side. Stevens Point will get it, trying to hold it deep there. Berthiaume, she'll leave it. Berthiaume's coming around between the circles. Shot redirected. Sewer. Oh, that's a really good save, redirected by Aktekirk. Changed direction on her, and Sewer able to track that and hold it into the pad.
Yeah, it's a nice job by Sewer and the Pointer to make a good save, but nice job by the Pointer power play to get the puck moving, get Sewer moving back and forth in her net. The stoppage in play right below us here, Tommy. Offensive zone faceoff for the Pointers.
Well, the Pointers smother it right off the draw. Kramer had it right in her lap and didn't know it. Now she gets it back. It's dug free in the near corner. Comes to Cassie Newcomer. Newcomer walks it along, goes down low to Kramer. Thought about a wraparound. Now she brings it back out high to Newberger. Newberger coming, firing a shot. That's deflected in front by Northland. Pointers will try to regain possession, but then Bridget Alex with it. She will dump it down the length of the ice. 55 seconds remaining on the holding call to Kiviejo. Now Northland shorthanded, maybe with a chance here. Stevens Point will run some traffic here and kick it out into the neutral zone, but it comes to Michaela Isitz-Williams, and she'll turn and flip it deep behind the net. Olivia Schultz for the Pointers. It's been relatively quiet lately here since the goal with not much action. Stevens Point walks it through the neutral zone. They're off sides, and we'll get a whistle here. 28 seconds, and boy, Sean, those things that'll eat you up all the time. Icing call offsides while you're on a power play.
Can't do it.
Got to try to cash in.
Yeah, got to cash in. Got to get it through the neutral zone with speed and get the puck in deep. If nothing else, the Pointers elect to try to skate it across the blue line. Zigged instead of zagged, and an offsides call will get a restart.
Off the faceoff, Stevens Point will send it deep. 15 to go here on the man advantage, and it's behind the net. Stevens Point on the power play here, near side. Ragovic looks to send it. She'll go deep. A little give and go here. Comes back out high. Heitzman circling again, firing a shot in front. Had some traffic there. It's deflected wide. Now it's picked up by Ragovic again. Heitzman with it now. Chips it back near side out of the reach of Ragovic. And got a hustle to get back. Northland back at full strength as Kiviaho coming right off the bench here, Sean. Played it, and Stevens Point with a very alert stick. Puck jumps up and out of play, but that was almost a 2-on-none going back the other way.
Yeah, going out, coming off the penalty. Nice job of Northland to play that line change nicely to try to spring an odd man rush and some offense.
Yep.
You know, as much as both of these teams struggle offensively and putting the puck into the net, this next goal is huge.
All right, and in the neutral zone, Stevens Point will dig it free. Kramer had it and then lost it. Good job here on the recovery by gather it back in and cover it up. Sean, Pointer women's basketball season has come to an end. 72-63. They followed Eau Claire to finish the season 10-16. Other thing going on, some sectional or regional semifinal. I think it's sectional semifinals going on tonight. On the girls' side, Central Wisconsin Storm have beaten Northland Pines 7-1, so they move on in the tournament. And it is Northland back the other way with a shot that's smothered. So Eau Claire was the 3 seed in that WIAC women's tournament. Pointers 2-on-1 back the other way. Centering pass comes through. Shot. Sewer with a save. Rebound left crashing in. Actaker couldn't get it. And now it bounces back the other way. Boy, that popped out of nowhere, Sean. And good chance there, but a good pad save made by the goaltender, Gabby Sewer, for Northland. Far corner, Pointers do work it free again. This is Kylie Honor on the forecheck. Honor looks to send it deep for Heitzman. Heitzman with some speed, able to catch up to it. Now she'll cycle out high with it. She'll turn, fire shot, redirected, went just wide, right in front of the net. Ragovic with a good chance. Another shot block here by Northland, and it's cleared out to center ice. Stevens Point back after it. Newberger spinning. She'll come through some traffic, through a stick check. She'll come through. Newberger's shot. That whistles wide. Sewer might have gotten a piece of it. Now Pointer's turn. Fire a shot in front of the net again. But it's Zachmeyer that will get it. She'll chip it ahead to Wickizer. And she'll bring it in. Then turned around by the Pointers again. Oh, they got a player changing. Newcomer off the bench with some steam. She'll come in, firing a shot. Glove save made as it's blocked down in front. Cleared out by Northland. Pointers putting the pressure on here, but Northland answering. Back the other way they go. Kylie Wickizer with it. Long shot steered aside by Schultz. Pointers will get to it on the far side and chip it up ahead. Alex Grubbs will play it out. Comes to center ice. Abinator with it. She'll send it back deep again. Point intercepting again. Trying to shove it ahead. Now they'll ride it ahead, and right up the middle comes Berthume. Berthume coming in. Shot fired. Sewer kicked it out to the near corner. Berthume to the rebound. Looks to center. Northland working it free. Berthume sticks back in there and dispossesses the puck as it is Mary Kramer coming off with some speed. Northland now around to the far side, trying to clear it out. Kramer gets a piece of it, looks to center, nothing there. Goes to the far corner, Cheney in to help out. It's Wilczek in to help out and clear it up on the far side. Sancher with it here for Northland will get the puck deep. It goes into the far corner. Sancher around, and it's loose. Finally comes towards center ice. Wilczek with it. Ridden away from her, but able to poke it back the other way is Stevens Point. To the red line, they'll chop it in. Northland sends it right back out. This will go down the length of the ice. We'll get a whistle and an icing call here. 13-10 to go here in the second. We're still tied at 1.
Yeah, nice job by the Pointers, Tom, to keep the offensive pressure on Northland. They jammed them up a couple times in their defensive end and have really made life difficult for them to get any offense going here in the first 6-7 minutes of the second period. Making Northland get a couple long changes that pays dividends later on.
Here's a high shot that's gloved down as Haley Sellers, right off the draw. Sean did a nice job to walk it toward the middle. But Sewer makes the save and hangs on.
And a good face-off win, Tommy, by the Pointers, getting the puck up to Sellers, take a couple skates to the middle of the ice, and then 2 skates in and get a shot on goal. And Sewer with a good glove save to get the stoppage in play. Another offensive zone face-off here for Stevens Point.
Now they walk again. Another shot fired over the top of the cage, this time by Haley Sellers. Near side, a pile up here. And it is Ragovic in there for Stevens Point to try to send it ahead. Kylie Honor with it now, looks to throw it out in front of the net. But it's Eichelberger getting it for Northland. Pointers force it to the side of the net, force a turnover. Shot turning by That time by Honor, and that goes wide. Northland with it. Back the other way they come. Rink wide pass too far. And let's see what happens here. They'll wave off the icing as Northland won the battle to the hash marks. Stevens Point will get it, and they'll plug it back in. Around it goes, and Northland with it behind the net. Stevens Point will gain possession of it, and almost turned it over, but now they're able to get it ahead. Here comes Kramer. She'll walk through a couple of defenders, poked away from her. Eichelberger with it, goes behind the net. She'll feed it to the far corner to Zachmeyer. Pointers gain possession of again. Shot in wide of the net. Comes to the boards on the near side. Streaking in there for Stevens Point is Berthume, but cleared out by Northland. Pointers try to shove it ahead. Kiviaho with it again, but nothing there. They'll send it back in deep again. And reset. 11:50 to go here in the second. We're tied at 1. Pointers with a turnover. Motzko sends it to the near side for Grubbs. Grubbs with it free. Comes right back between the circles just out of the reach of Kramer. Pointers jamming for it on the far side. Nothing there. This is sent down the length of the ice and will be a whistle and an icing call. Boy, another rough ride here for Allison Riley of Northland as she got spun around and went into the inboard hard.
And she got clipped up on a loose stick, Tommy, that got out of the hands of a Pointer offensive player. Nonetheless, the icing call goes. So another offensive zone faceoff here for the Pointers. They're out shooting Northland 6-1, make that 7-1.
Yep, right
here in the second
covered.
period. We really like the Pointers. They've put the jam on through the neutral zone and really making it difficult for Northland to get across that red line, turning the puck over at that offensive blue line and creating offense from there.
All right, off the face-off, shot from the far circle. Pad save made by Sewer. Rebound to the near corner, chased down by Stevens Point. Now Northland in there, but Pointers through a couple of bodies. Throw it behind the net. Loose on the near side. It's Maddie Monroe after it. Monroe, near side, kick free from her. Nice job here with the Pointers again. And stick check, frees it up again. Turnover forced again by Stevens Point. It's Wilczek with it. Trying to get a shot. She'll go to the far corner. Looks to center. Setting up in front of the net is Alex Grubbs. Couldn't get it to her. Now they'll come off and flip it behind the net. Aktekirk after it. Centering pass out in front. Nobody there. Stick lifted there and keeps it going to the far corner. Bridget Alex after it. And near side, Northland will get it. And Northland skating back the other way. Kiviaho. Shot wide into the far corner. She's picked up there by Cassie Knutson. And they'll scrum for it in the far corner. And Stevens Point digs it out. Chipping it up along the far wall, but not out. Northland tried to send it right back in. But it's Danny Heitzman that gets there and clears it out to the red line on the far side. Pointers will keep it going. Heitzman with it. She'll gain possession of it at the red line. Cuts to the middle. Tripped up on the play. Pointer bench wanted a tripping call. Nothing there. Shot fired. Pad save made up over the top and then chopped by Sewer. She almost knocked it into her own net. Stevens Point behind the net. Ragovic with it into the near corner. Nothing there. And it's Jerome that clears it out here for Northland at center ice. Berthume with it. She'll cut far side. She's got some speed coming in. Rolls off of her stick and then tries to reverse back into the far corner. Haley Sellers after it. Now back. Coming with it. Long shot. That hit a skate on the way through and goes to the far corner. Marinuk after it. And behind the net, Stevens Point gains possession of it. Newcomer tried to throw it in front. Mary Kramer with it now at the end board on the near side. Honor in to help her out. Honor comes away with it into the near corner. Honor looking, she'll flip it, walks it up, and then leaves it in the near corner for Kramer. Two defenders on her. Kramer pokes it up near side. Stevens Point with a backhander. Motzko will get it in the near corner. Motzko looking to set up in front of the net. Centering pass in front, chopped through, fought off by Sewer. Rebound to the far corner. Samantha Scott trying to clear it out. Pointers keep it going. Newcomer, far side, lifted up, and this will go up and out of play. We'll get a whistle. 9:18 to go here in the second. Yeah. Sean, Pointer cycling the puck very well here.
And it's really starting to take a toll here in the second period on the Lumberjills. There's lots of hands on knees coming back for the defensive zone faceoff. Extended shift with throwing the puck up into the stands, Tom. No change for Northland here. So offensive zone faceoff for the Pointers. Look to keep the pressure on.
All right, it is cleared out here by Northland. Stevens Point, Motzko will get it. She'll look to bring it right back in. Nice job to stay on side. She's fought to the far corner. Bumped up there and pokes loose for a minute. Now finally picking it up. Kiviaho with it. Out to center ice it goes. Pointers with it. Alex Grubbs comes in. Grubbs coming through, whistles a shot. Blocker to side by Sewer. Rebound top of the far face-off circle to Northland. They'll try to flip it up. This ricochets off one of the Pointers. Comes right back to Gabby Sewer, and she will cover it up. 8:47 to go in the second. We'll get a face-off in the Northland end.
And finally, now Northland can change players, get some fresh players on the ice. And the Pointers continue to keep this offensive pressure going as they have only allowed Northland one shot on goal here in the second period. Shots now 9-1 in favor of Stevens Point.
All right, here's an icing call right off the face-off.
Take that every time, Tom.
Yep.
We talk about in the men's game, the 100-foot game, and really make it life difficult on this in the second period, especially in keeping your opponent hemmed in. And the Pointers have done a great job of making it first hard just to get out of your defensive end, and then really do a nice job at the red line and keep things hemmed in on Northland and that offensive pressure going.
Shot fired, rebound loose in front, steered aside by Sewer, as another shot that hit traffic and kept its way going toward the net. Now Northland gets a body in front of it. They'll flip a pass up ahead. That's too far for Budensik, and it comes into the near corner. Stevens Point behind their own net. Budensik will get it here for Northland. She's picked up there by Cassie Knutson, and the Pointer is able to steer it out once again. Round it comes to the near side and through the neutral zone to the left wing. Heitzman. She'll come in, cuts to the middle, shot fired. Sewer with a save, and again knocked it up in midair and then batted it out. Trying to pick it back in front of the net was Ragovic. Stevens Point changing here on the forecheck. They'll go after it. Behind the net, Aktekirk with it, and up the far side, cleared back around by Stevens Point. Eichelberger behind her own net, near side. Point will intercept that. Steered it toward the middle, but Northland will gain possession of it. Sancher with it, back the other way. Chipped in there by Wickheiser, and it'll come to the side of Olivia Schultz. And again, she has not seen much action here lately. Just one shot here, now near side, spun around, was it? Aktekirk with it, and Northland able to clear it out back the other way. This should be an icing call again against the Lumberjills, and it is. 7:22 to go here in the second. We're tied at 1.
That face-off will come back down in the Pointer offensive end. Again, 10-1 the shots on goal here in the second period. All Stevens Point.
23-7 for the game now. Got to find a way to finish.
Yep. And that's been the story, hasn't it, Tommy, for these Pointers as of late.
Yep. All right, muscled off on the near side, and Stevens Point will keep it going. Kramer right into a defender, kept it going, back the other way. Hamas with it, Ashley Hamas for Northland. Pinballing puck at center ice, ends up on the stick of Cassie Knutson. She'll push it in toward the front of the net, nobody there, then poked it free and goes to the end board with it. Tried to center it, nothing there. Now turning in front, tried a little redirect there with Newcomer, but couldn't get the handle on it. Now for Stevens Point, Newberger tries to steer it in front again, and nothing there. Northland will clear it out to the far wall. Matula with it, and she'll go back the other way. Matula around a defender coming toward the net. Schultz down to cut it off, almost left the 5-hole wide open. Now side of the net, backhanded shot, that's carved off. Samantha Scott after it now for Northland. Shot fired, Schultz a save. Rebound to the far corner. Now it's Northland pushing here behind the net. Hamas after it, tried to center it. They bring it out high, kicked free, and comes down to the skate of Maranuk. Maranuk looking far side, lifted shot, that goes high. And Stevens Point unable to get possession of the puck here. Now they're able to jam it on the near side, but not out. Northland sends it right back, but it's to the stick of Nicole Newberger. Newberger weaving through traffic, puts the brakes on, comes in, right up through the middle. Shot, that's blocked again by Northland. And it is pulled up back behind the net by Famer. Kylie Famer around to the far boards is picked up there by Stevens Point. Connor in there for Stevens Point. She'll jump around a defender, try to play the puck, keeps it going from her knees, and then reverses back. Now she'll come back to the near corner. Looking to center, just under 6 minutes to go in the period. Honor sending it in front, spinning shot, player taken down, backhanded shot, fought off. Another rebound coming, shot fired. Sewer with a save, and then it's smothered off again. Another shot, Sewer with another save, and hangs on as Maddie Munro, that time, Sean, had a golden chance there for the captain for the Pointers.
Yeah, Maddie Munro found herself all alone right on the doorstep. Sewer, great position, staying aggressive at the top of that blue paint, gets down in the butterfly and gives up no rebound on Munro's shot on goal. We'll get an offensive zone faceoff.
Faceoff comes right into Sewer. She'll cover it up. 5:36 to go here in the second. WIAC quarterfinal game here from Ice Hawks Arena. It's sponsored by Culver's. Welcome to Delicious. Pointers try to generate another shot that goes off the side of the net, right off the draw. Northland around to the near side. Pointers run some traffic here. Hold it in at the point on the near side. Then spun around. Now pinballing puck comes. Nifty job here to keep it going in the right direction by Alex Grubbs. Her shot to the side of the net. Butcher after the rebound. McKenna Butcher turning, centering, got it back. Shot fought off by Sewer. Backhanded shot in front, cleared out for the moment as it's Maddie Monroe with it, sending it deep again. Monroe sends it deep behind the net. And Pointer player taken down there, but keeps it underneath her. It's McKenna Butcher after it. To the near corner, Pointers rub it that way again. Up off the wall on the near side, skating for it. Kiviaho with it. Long, tried to get a break pass ahead. Point sniffed that one out well, and they'll come back defensively. Ashton Wilczek with it. Wilczek to center ice. She'll cut to the right wing. Here comes Wilczek in, firing a shot, partially deflected. She's after the rebound back behind the net, and will hold it there for the moment. Wilczek battling between two defenders. In there to help her out is Micah Zip. Micah Zip lost the handle on it. Northland coming away with it, and it's Kiviaho back the other way. Kiviaho, defender on her back, shot fired. That's smothered off. I think that kind of fooled Schultz, but it went wide of the net. To the near side, Stevens Point will bring it out, striding through to the neutral zone. They'll come all the way through, walking through three defenders. Couldn't keep it going. Was Nicole Newberger as that was poked free. Pointers with it. They'll try to send it back deep. They do. Through the blue line, Cassie Knutson stays on side, but it's Isaac Williams that turns around, brings it back the other way. Stevens Point is off sides on the play. They will touch up here. Now Northland misplays the puck on the near side. Pointers come in, force a turnover. Isaac Williams will get it and clear it back out. Red line on the far side. Pointers after it again. Mary Kramer after it. Center ice it comes through. Loose to the near side. Ashley Hamas after it. Stevens Point with it. Knutson looks to turn. Instead she comes back to a defender. And a long pass up ahead. And back into the Northland end. Samantha Scott with it. Turns it ahead. Boy, Northland is leaving a player at the far blue line there. Sean shot off the glove of Schultz. Ricochets down near side. Northland tries to center it here. And it comes out of the zone here in the neutral zone. Pointers put the jam on. May have a 3-on-2 developing here. They'll cut to the left wing. Newcomer brings it in. Comes right through the middle. Has it ridden away from. Now got it back. Northland will clear it off the glass on the far side. Chopped that there by Monroe. And that's cleared back out. Monroe leaves it back. Haley Sellers back to get it. She'll wheel with it in her own blue line and keeps it going. Pointers a 4-on-2 maybe here. Sellers still coming. She'll cut to get to the near side, and a whistle and a late whistle and an offsides there. Haley Sellers, a nice job, Sean. Got to get a puck deep.
You got to get it deep. You got to read the play there at the blue line and put it deep and let your two forecheckers on the weak side go after the puck. Shots on goal here in the second period continue to be the story. 13-3 in favor of the Pointers. Also doing a nice job on the faceoffs. 24-14. They've won in favor of Stevens Point through this game so far.
All right, puck loose on the far side, brought in by Stevens Point. Sophie Ragovic with it, looks to center, threw it in front of the net. Got redirected by a Northland defender and comes to Wickizer, who clears it out on the near side. Now back the other way, behind the defense, hustling after it. Sophie Ragovic did a nice job to stay on side. She'll wheel back behind the net to the far corner. Defender lost her stick. Ragovic with it, poked ahead, but it's Maranuk that'll get it and clear it out back the other way. Wickizer coming in one-on-one. Wickizer walks a defender. Schultz will come out, and she'll just smother it and cover it up. I think she thought about pushing that out to the far corner for a second there, Sean, but opted to just get down and cover it up. We'll get a whistle and a face-off back in the Stevens Point end.
In one of the rare times the Lumberjills have been able to get through the neutral zone with some speed. And Wickizer that time pushed a harmless puck on Schultz. Good save by her. Read the play nicely to get a stoppage of play.
All right, near side it goes. Stevens Point in the far corner. Boy, I'd love to try to pop one here and get yourself a lead going into the third period. Would make a world of difference. Berthiaume around, cycling in the far corner. Gets it back. Stevens Point will chop it ahead and may have a 2-on-2 developing. Stevens Point steering it ahead. A long shot fired. Sewer with a save. They pound the rebound, and it's forced wide there by Maddie Monroe. Now Stevens Point again, forcing it deep. Jumps to the stick of Alex Grubbs. She'll send it deep to the far corner. Grubbs now to Monroe. Monroe and the near side, and poking in it again, Kramer. Kiviahu after it on the near side. She bumped it free. Stevens Point sends it back the other way. Minute and a half remaining here in period 2. We're still tied at 1. Seems like we've been tied at 1 for a week here. As Riley will get it, dumps it in off the far boards and in. Onside And here's Stevens Point, a push back the other way. Long outlet pass ahead for Alex Grubbs on the far side. She'll get it deep. Mary Kramer after it. She's the first to get to it. And she'll play it to the end board here with 1:10 to go in the period. Grubbs trying to, it is a newcomer in there to help out. And this got flipped behind the defenseman Cassie Knutson and goes down the length of the ice. Northland with an icing call here, just under a minute to go here in period 2. We're tied at 1.
All right, you'll take that, Tommy. A number of long shifts here for Northland College in this second period. And again, another icing call. The Pointers get an offensive zone face-off right below us.
Face-off to the right side of Gabby Sewer. Dug free for a minute and then cleared out. Unable to hold it in is Berthume on the near side. She steps right back into a defender, but I think it got up and got a piece of the bench. And that is a break for Stevens Point. It caught one of the Northland gloves on the bench because they were wheeling around with a chance to throw it back out up the middle of the ice. So, 50 seconds remaining. We'll get a face-off here at center ice. Pointers control. They'll step ahead, flip it on the far side. Honor will get it and send it deep for Stevens Point. Trying to get there, Heitzman. Goal scorer here for Stevens Point. Spun aside there by Northland. And it's Maranuk with it. Ahead the other way, Wickizer will get it. She'll carry it in on the right wing. Wickizer trying to get free, centers it back in, but right to the stick there of Danny Heitzman of the Pointers. She clears it to the near corner. Northland trying to fire a shot, they do. That's steered aside by Schultz. 23 seconds remaining in the period. Stevens Point can't clear the zone. Long shot goes wide, half wall in the near side. Stevens Point with two bodies going toward it. They'll try to clear it up, and it's kicked out here by Stevens Point. They'll get it and shove it ahead, and comes loose. Stevens Point with it, back the other way. Here comes Kylie Honor around a defender. Lost the handle on it, shoved it toward the front of the net. And Sewer able to get down and cover it up.
Yeah, Honor just tried to pitchfork it up into Sewer, and then she got taken down after the whistle. Corner pep band across from us, wanting a power play for the Pointers. Nothing going.
Penalty shot, perhaps?
Penalty shot, anything? Offensive
Take
zone
whatever you
face-off.
get here. 5.9 seconds to go here in the period. Tied at 1. Stevens Point can't win the draw. Northland pokes it out, back the other way. Hamas with it. And they have a 2-on-1, and the period comes to an end. Then they shoot the puck after the whistle. Whew. And
if that's the men's game, watch out.
So now I think they'll have a couple words here, but Sean Pointers once again in familiar territory here after 40 minutes in a game tied at 1.
Yeah, tied at 1. Both these teams evenly matched. The Pointers did a nice job, I thought, in that second period to really push the pace and hem Northland into their own zone, but unable to solve Sewer. And we'll go to this third period tied at 1.
We will. All right, we'll take a break, come back with the second period recap after 40 minutes in this WIAC quarterfinal. Sponsored by Culver's. Welcome to Delicious, Stevens Point and Northland. Tied at 1. Back after this timeout, you're listening to Pointers Hockey on the Pointers Sports Network.
WIAC Ice Hockey Championships are brought to you by Quick Trip, a proud sponsor of the WIAC Athlete of the Week program. Stop by Quick Trip for healthy snacks from the fresh case, fully stocked with fruits, yogurt, salads, and sandwiches. Quickery Bake Shop breads, bagels, donuts, muffins, and cookies are made fresh from scratch every day in their own bakery in La Crosse. And Quick Rewards is Quick Trip's loyalty program. Check out QuickRewards.com for more information. Quick Trip, big on fresh, low on price, a proud sponsor of the WIAC. Hey, hockey fans, are you looking for a game changer when it comes to your career? With Skyward, you can join a winning team and help put powerful data in the hands of leaders who shape the lives of over 6 million students. As a 2-time Bubbler Award recipient, Skyward is one of the top 10 best places to work for young professionals where innovation, collaboration, and fun are part of the culture. Right now, Skyward is hiring qualified people for programming and customer service. So make your next goal a career at Skyward by checking out skyward.com/careers.
Bring home incredible internet, TV, and phone services with TDS Fiber. Register now at tdsfiber.com/radio. Enjoy cyber-spacious internet speeds up to 1 gig at your home or business. Plus, change the way you watch TV with our whole home DVR. Can't get that with cable. Powerful internet, premium services. Go to tdsfiber.com/radio to register, learn about bonus offers, and more. TDS Fiber available in certain areas. See website for details.
The WIAC Ice Hockey Championships are brought to you by Culver's. Welcome to Delicious. Culver's congratulates the WIAC on its long history of athletic success and outstanding academic accomplishments. Over 5,000 student-athletes compete in WIAC sports, and Culver's recognizes the student-athletes of the WIAC for their hard work, dedication, and commitment to excellence on and off the field. Culver's is proud to be a sponsor of the WIAC, the Conference of Champions.
All right, back here at Ice Hawks Arena. Stevens Point and Northland tied at 1 in this WIAC quarterfinal matchup. No scoring, but Sean, really like what the Pointers did from a puck possession standpoint in that second period.
Yeah, absolutely. Did a nice job of hemming the Lumberjills of Northland College in their defensive zone and really making it hard for them to get out, get offense going. A little push by Northland at the end of the second period, but the shots on goal really show that. 14-5 in favor of the Pointers, 27-11 for the game here for the Pointers and the Lumberjills. And just now you got to try to finish the deal. You've had some good quality scoring chances in the middle, but man, Sewer's been the difference for Northland so far tonight.
As I've seen a couple of times, Pointers gain possession of the puck either in the near or far corner, get somebody with speed coming up, circling back to the middle, and had some bodies in the way here, which for Northland, let's see here, they blocked 12 shots here tonight. So
that's another big story.
Whatever that is, and Sewer's been able to throw those rebounds in when they get to them. Again, the winner of this game heads to Eau Claire, the number 1 seed in the tournament. Eau Claire currently in the latest pairwise ranking is 3rd. They will take on River Falls. And Sean, obviously a short history span here for the WIAC Championships, and most fittingly, these teams playing for the O'Brien Cup, named after our good friend Frank O'Brien. Very deserving honor for him. And as you look through, and Stevens Point all time, before this there was only 4 teams, so it was just the semifinals and the final.
Yeah.
Stevens Point all time 6-6 in the semifinals.
Okay.
So you think that's interesting?
Okay.
Superior 0-12. They've never won. They will play at River Falls. They have never won
a semifinal
game here.
Oh, my goodness.
Stevens Point. So if you look at it, River Falls in the semifinals has never lost. They're 11-0-1. They've gone 4-2 in the finals. They're 15-2-1. They have been the class of the WIAC on the women's side since it formed here in 2014. Eau Claire, they've really come on as of late. Got in the NCAA tournament a year ago. They won the regular season championship here, but Eau Claire 6-5-1 in the semifinals, 2-1 in the finals, 8-6-1 overall. So Stevens Point, and of course Northland in the mix for the first time here. So everybody getting in here. Last time Stevens Point appeared in the O'Brien Cup Championship game would have been 2016.
Yes,
where they lost to River Falls 4-1, and then if I remember correctly, that night a double overtime win for the Pointers to get them to a national championship. Thank you, Lawrence Cornelia.
Thank you, Lawrence Cornelia and Kyle Sharkey.
That's right.
I'll never forget that.
Things you never forget. And, if you're the Pointers, you'd love to get back and have a chance at that, but you got to survive through 20 minutes here. We'll take a break, come back and have more. Stevens Point and Northland tied at 1. After 2, you're listening to Pointer Women's Hockey on the Pointer Sports Network.
UWSP students and staff, did you know your UWSP ID gets you a 20% discount on food at Grazi's? You can also test Grazi's to 89800. That's GRAZIES to 89800 to receive free offers and other discounts. Grazi's is open 7 days a week, serving lunch and dinner from 11 a.m. till 10 p.m. at 5327 Highway 10 East in Stevens Point. Visit Grazi'sItalianGrill.com for more information.
Your family's safety is important, and with winter driving coming, Sherrill Tire and Service can help. Sherrill Tire and Service Centers can help with new tires and a pre-season tune-up, so your entire vehicle is winter ready. Sherrill Tire and Service, Plover, Stevens Point, Weston, Wisconsin Rapids, Marshfield, and Medford, and online at SherrillTire.com.
Sherrill Tire and Service, get your car done right.
Pointers would like to thank U.S. Bank, the official banking partner of UW-Stevens Point. Visit their location inside the Dreyfus University Center for all your banking needs, Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., with a 24/7 ATM available. UWSP students, you can link your student ID with a U.S. Bank checking account to use at any ATM and to make PIN debit purchases. U.S. Bank, the official banking partner of UW Stevens Point.
All right, back here at Ice Hawks Arena in our second intermission. Stevens Point scored first. When did that happen? About 6 weeks ago, right? 12:50 of the first period. Danny Heitzman with the goal. Her 5th of the season for the Pointers, assisted by Sophie Ragovic. But Northland answered at the 15:48 mark as Sierra Marinuk with her first career goal for the Lumberjills, assisted by Amanda Abinator. That goal came at 15:48. Stevens Point outshot Northland 13-6 in the first period, 14-5 in the second period, so 27-11. 26 saves for Gabby Sewer, and just 10 saves for Olivia Schultz. And Sean, one thing, if you're concerned heading into the third period, Olivia Schultz, not much action.
Yeah.
You know, you sneak one by, sneak one on her, something like that. She's going to have to be sharp here to begin period number 3.
Oh, absolutely. We saw it even in the second period. An easy little wrist shot came up high, and she fumbled it with the glove hand. You got to be sharp. How many times do we see in hockey where you have offensive pressure, you're doing all the right things, and then bam, an odd man rush goes the other way, and it's the puck ends up in the back of your net. So a very, very important first couple minutes for Schultz to get moving.
And as we mentioned, Stevens Point 5 straight overtime games and 6 out of 7 here. And 9 overtime games for the year coming up as they stand at 8-11-6 overall. And, as we said, no automatic bid here, but you want to be the spoiler here and try to get yourself a trophy that means a little bit more to Stevens Point than perhaps the rest of the league without an automatic bid.
Yeah, absolutely, Tommy. And just want to, if nothing else, build for next year, build momentum for next season, the recruiting class, and keep things going. But we got to really get things moving here against Northland here in the final 20 minutes.
That they do, and they're getting shot chances here, but just nothing. Having a hard time getting anything clean to the net.
Yes, and the goal they scored was the cleanest shot they had on net. So,
both Eau Claire and River Falls, we mentioned in the pairwise, they are also ranked in the U.S. College Hockey Online top 10. Plattsburgh State out of New York at 22-1-0 is number 1 in the country. Middlebury of Vermont is 2 at 17-2-3. And then it is Eau Claire at 19-2-2. Should mention it was Eau Claire and River Falls splitting their final series of the regular season. If River Falls would have swept that series, they would have gotten the number 1 seed. But it's Eau Claire coming back, or they put no doubt about it, getting the win on Friday night, and came back in and kept things going there. So I'm sure some folks interested from Eau Claire to see who comes out of here for that series coming up next weekend.
Yeah, if it's Eau Claire and River Falls, their mission is just to continue to win. They're looking pretty good in the pairwise as far as an NCAA tournament berth, but you can't trip up in the semifinals.
Absolutely.
We've seen it on the men's side. A couple teams already trip up in the semifinals, quarterfinal rounds of their conference playoffs. You have nothing to add to your resume if you get knocked out, so you got to keep winning.
Coming in, River Falls had been the only team to win a regular season championship. Eau Claire
won their first.
Coming up here. Eau Claire also back-to-back in the tournament as well, as they won the 2018-2019, beating River Falls in the final. Both Eau Claire and River Falls made the NCAA tournament a year ago. So Stevens Point, 5 NCAA tournament appearances, their last coming in 2014. Eau Claire with their first 2 and looked pretty good here coming up. So here, 1-1. And Stevens Point, I think the other thing too, Sean, is you want to keep this 5-on-5.
Yes.
Although, as we talked to Dan Inman in our pregame show, offense 5-on-5 has been a little difficult to come by. But, last thing you want to do here is, grind your bench out with a bunch of penalty kill time here or something like that here and try to take advantage of that. All right, we'll take a final break, come back with period number 3. Northland and Stevens Point tied at 1 in this WIAC quarterfinal. We'll come back and have more after this timeout. You're listening to Pointers Hockey on the Pointers Sports Network.
UWSP Athletics would like to thank Century World, the valued sponsor of Pointers Athletics. Nestled in the heart of central Wisconsin, Century World is a great place to hold your next event. With breathtaking facilities coupled with a wide variety of packages and amenities to deliver an exceptional experience, and with an award-winning 18-hole golf course with rolling greens to the famous Flower Hole, Century World consistently ranks as one of the best destination golf courses in the nation. For more information, visit centuryworld.com.
Stevens Point Orthopedics.
Is this the new clinic that used to be the old clinic that's gone?
Yes, sir. We are the old clinic. We just changed our name to Stevens Point Orthopedics.
No more old one?
No, sir.
So how can you be the old one and the new one, too?
How can I help you?
Well, the old clinic did a great job giving me a new knee. Can this new clinic do the same thing with my old knee?
Sir, we are the old one.
Knee?
No, clinic. And I'm sure you won't notice a difference in how well we'll take care of you.
StevensPointOrtho.com, formerly Klasinski Clinic. Nothing's changed except the name.
Really like the old one.
WIAC Ice Hockey Championships are brought to you by Quick Trip, a proud sponsor of the WIAC Athlete of the Week program. Stop by Quick Trip for healthy snacks from the fresh case, fully stocked with fruits, yogurt, salads, and sandwiches. Quickery Bake Shop breads, bagels, donuts, muffins, and cookies are made fresh from scratch every day in their own bakery in La Crosse. And Quick Rewards is Quick Trip's loyalty program. Check out QuickRewards.com for more information. Quick Trip, big on fresh, low on price, a proud sponsor of the WIAC.
After the game or anytime, head into Goose on Main, downtown Stevens Point. Goose has 38 beers on tap. That's right, 38, including all of your favorites. An awesome selection of microbrews and craft beers featuring some of the finest beers brewed right here in Wisconsin. If you're hungry, you'll find out firsthand why Goose was voted the best burger and best fish fry in Portage County. Before or after Pointers hockey or anytime, stop into Goose on Main, just minutes away on Main Street, downtown Stevens Point.
The WIAC Ice Hockey Championships are brought to you by Culver's. Welcome to Delicious. Culver's congratulates the WIAC on its long history of athletic success and outstanding academic accomplishments. Over 5,000 student athletes compete in WIAC sports, and Culver's recognizes the student athletes of the WIAC for their hard work, dedication, and commitment to excellence on and off the field. Culver's is proud to be a sponsor of the WIAC, the Conference of Champions.
All right, Pointers back on the ice here. Northland coming out as well, set for period 3 of this quarterfinal matchup. Winner heads to Eau Claire on Friday afternoon. I never coached the game, Sean. I talk a lot, but would have to think getting one early here would be a sizable advantage.
That's some great insight, Tom.
Just saying.
Oh, yep, absolutely. Yep. Especially like we talked about in our pregame show, Tom. Both of us agreed the first 1 to 2 could win this thing. Yep. So you gotta get one more and see where the chips fly out. But
we shall see.
You like the offense. You just need to get the puck to the middle of the net and try to find something clean. Both teams have scored on their best scoring opportunities. The defensive breakdown by the Pointers for the Lumberjacks scoring, or the Lumberjills scoring, and the Pointers with that great 2-on-1 and a little mini breakaway at the hash marks.
Yep. So Cassie Newcomer out to take the opening faceoff here in period 3. Our opening faceoff brought to you by Miller Lite, and they stymie for it at center ice, and Northland is the one who digs it free and sends it deep. Tied at 1. Both teams scoring within about a 3-minute span of each other in the first period. Pointers a long outlet pass ahead toward Alex Grubbs and just missed. And Grubbs now back behind the net into the near corner. They tried the breakaway there. They had it, but bounced over her stick. Pointers get it out high. Shot! Ooh, redirected. Boy, a Northland player redirected it over the top of their own net. Very dangerous there. Now back behind the net. It is Kiviaho with it. She'll shut off a defender. Skates up in the right wing. Kiviaho, their leading scorer, coming in. She'll come right to the net. Backhanded shot. Olivia Schultz with a save, and she'll cover. I think she was anticipating one of her defenders there to make life a little more difficult for the leading scorer of the Lumberjills, but never came. So Schultz, nice save, and able to cover up.
Yep, good quality save to start the period. Keep her sharp here, Tom. Hasn't seen a lot of pressure in this hockey game.
Face off to the left side of Olivia Schultz, the sophomore out of Maplewood, Minnesota. Now Pointers clear it out. Kylie Honor ahead. 2-on-1 developing. Honor coming back. Looks to throw it in front of the net toward Heitzman, but forced wide by Northland into the near corner. All right, around they go, far corner. And Stevens Point trying to hammer it in on the far boards of the half wall on the far side. Will finally dig it free, and a long shot through traffic, a little redirect in front of the net. That went just wide. And Northland racing with it out. Pointers put the jam on once again. Ragovic with it will gain possession of it. Heitzman will send it deep. Stevens Point will change. 18:35 to go here in the third. Game tied at 1. Kiviaho coming in, firing a shot. Schultz kicked that one aside. And a rebound to the near side. Foul right in front of the net. Kick that back. It was Kylie Famer with that shot. Now Northland almost a 2-on-1 out of nowhere, but it bounces back to Cassie Newcomer. Newcomer ahead to McKenna Butcher. Butcher on the white wing, bings it in, goes to her backhand, looks to spin. She'll come back near side and get free, throws it in front of the net, redirected just wide. Rebound to Alex Grubbs in the far corner. She'll center it, nobody home there, and Maranuk with it for Northland. Sends it ahead, Famer. In again, Pointers defenders run into each other here. That allows Sancher to poke it free. Sancher coming in, she'll go behind the net, try to wrap around, muscled it off, and Micah Zip with it, sends it back the other way for Stevens Point. Off the near wall, Scott with it for Northland, and up the wall in the near side. Pointers put the jam on right in front of their own bench here. And it's penned up there. Will we get a whistle? Now finally Pointers poke it free. Poked ahead, sent in the zone by Berthume. Berthume after it. She's ridden off there by Abinator. Into the near corner it goes. Pointers send 2 players to the near side to try to free it up. Changing in their own offensive zone. Here is Stevens Point. Now they'll dump it deep to the far corner. Micah Zip giving chase for it in the near side. Lost the handle on it. Northland turns the puck over, and Pointers unable to dig it free. They tried to spring a Megan Adair free. Stevens Point will get it and send it deep again. Abinator for Northland behind the net. Run into there by Kramer. Far side it goes. Pointers poke it. Kramer in the far corner again. Kramer holds it up. Now she'll dump behind the net for Newcomer. Newcomer around to the near side. Newcomer looks to reverse, gets free, fires a shot. Sewer fought that one off. Rebound to the far side to Haley Sellers. Sellers throws it back behind the net. Kramer will go to the near corner now. Kramer with it. Bounced away from her, and Northland's able to clear it out, but not clear. They get it to center ice. Megan Adair with it. Poke free. Stevens Point with it. Lead pass up ahead to Newcomer on the left wing. She'll come in, firing a shot that's blocked. And kicked back all the way back into the neutral zone. Stevens Point will get it. Retreating back, Nicole Newberger. She'll forward it ahead to Alex Grubb, who chips it in. Stevens Point will change. Hammering off the bench on the forecheck, forcing a turnover here of the Pointers. They look to center it in front of the net. Long shot comes through in front. Backhanded shot. Sewer with a save. She's able to cover it up right in front of the net, spinning there. I think it's Kylie Honner had a chance there after a beautiful play by Sophie Ragovic from the far boards to throw it in front of the net.
Yeah, and gives credit to Kramer too, Tommy, I believe was in on that play. 2 Pointers down low in front of Sewer. Got some traffic and a deflection in front.
Now they walk through, firing a shot, fought off by Sewer. Rebound to the far corner. Munro after it. Munro. And now Pointers with it again. Shot toward the side of the net. That goes up high behind the cage. Samantha Scott to it for Northland. Turned it over to Kramer. She'll throw a backhander ahead. I take that back. It is Danny Heitzman. Near corner. Now Connor with it. Looks to center. Comes back. Heitzman fires a shot. Glove save made by Sewer. She'll hang on. 15:41 to go in the third. We're tied at 1.
Nice save by Sewer. She's made 3 real big saves here in the last minute and a half or so. Pointers getting back to that forecheck game that proved, as far as from a puck possession standpoint, very good. I got to solve Sewer.
Now shot from the point by Knutson. That goes wide, and Northland brings it back the other way. Matula into the near corner, swept away there nicely by the Pointers. To the side of the net, spinning shot. Instead, they bring it out high. Abinator with it, firing a shot. That goes wide to the far corner. Newberger there for Stevens Point to clear it out. Back around it goes, comes to the near corner. Newberger after it. She's the first that gets there. Up the wall in the near side. She's out of gas here. Hamas takes it off of her stick. Northland with it, looking to feed a backhander. Instead, they come up the middle. Forehand shot, hit the crossbar, and out of the netting. It is Robin Matula with a shot. Beat Schultz, hit the crossbar up into the netting and out of play.
Yeah, I caught Schultz going down in the butterfly a little quick there, and flipped the puck up. It might have caught a little piece of the shoulder pad of Schultz off the crossbar, up in the netting. Giant bullet missed by the Pointers there.
Northland throws it behind the net. Around it comes to the near side. For Stevens Point, Ashton Wilczek with it. She'll carry it ahead, carried into the zone. Pointers very lucky they weren't offsides here, but they lost the handle on the puck, and Northland comes back with it. Long pass up ahead. That's intercepted. Pointers clear it back out. They will gain possession of it and feed it on the near side right in front of the bench. Pointers will get it, and skating through trouble is Berthume. She'll feed it on the right wing to Kramer. Kramer with a head of steam coming in. Kramer with a shot. Sewer with a save. And Sean, she's done a much better job here in the second and third period controlling her rebounds.
Yeah, nice job. Just staying tight to the puck, Tommy. Cutting down that angle and getting down in the butterfly. Just took that shot right in the midsection, no rebound. Good play, good read by Mary Kramer as well to come in on net, get a good shot on goal.
Off the draw, comes out of the zone to the neutral zone. Retreating back for Stevens Point, Maddie Munro. She'll come, feed it up the near wall, out of the zone, jam free ahead by Alex Grubbs. Grubbs on the right wing, back to the middle to Kramer. Kramer coming in, lifting a shot, that got the glass. Near corner it goes, Pointers stymie it on the half wall on the near side. Long shot turned around, hit a body in front, Northland will get it. Pointers had it for a minute, now they get it out high, shot pinballing off a skate there. Grubbs shot it and it goes to the far corner. Northland off the far wall but not out. Pointer defender got spun around here, but recovers nicely. That's Bree Larkowski, and she will feed it back down ahead. Now Kramer with a forecheck into her midsection, holds it in. Cuts behind the net, looks to center up the middle, snuffed out by Northland. Very nice there. Defensively, Stevens Point up the wall on the near side. Northland digs it out, back the other way, Matula. She'll come in, Matula coming shot. That's blocked off there by Berthume, and Stevens Point will get it on the far side. Nicole Newberger spinning it ahead, lead pass up ahead for Danny Heitzman. She lost the handle on it. Pointers in the neutral zone, get it back. They tried to feed it ahead, but on the forecheck here, Allison Riley brings it in. Riley firing a shot wide of Schultz to the near corner. Pointers will get it on the near side, up off the boards, and to Sophie Ragovic. Ragovic near side has a player wide open, coming to the back door and just missed. That was Danny Heitzman. Heitzman out high, has it jammed off of her stick by one of the Northland defenders. It comes all the way back into the Stevens Point end, and the Pointers, Haley Sellers, back to get it. Sellers behind the net. Forecheck being applied here by the Lumberjills, and Stevens Point able to break it out. Northland back with it, coming up the middle, dancing free to the near side is Eichelberger. Eichelberger coming in, goes to a backhand, backhanded shot, Schultz with a save. Rebound is cleared out, Shannon Motzko will get it. Motzko up the near side, able to poke it free, and it's at the red line of the near side. McKenna Butcher in there to help out, and it's Motzko again with it, and comes back into the Stevens Point defensive end. 12.5 to go in the third. All right. And Northland, a nice job to hold it in on the far side, but the Pointer defense recovering here. Body goes down here. Stevens Point will poke it up into the neutral zone. I don't think this will be far enough for icing call. Nope, Bridget Alex back to get it, and got a long stretch here without a whistle. Stevens Point on the jam, Wilczek near side. Gets possession of it. Alex Grubbs with it. Throws a shot in front. That's deflected out high. Held in by the Pointers. There's a shot that hits off a Northland defender and goes into the far corner. Pointers will cycle it from the far side. Back to the far corner they go. They look to center. Up the middle. Stick on it by Northland again. Bouncing puck out high. Held in nicely again by Stevens Point. To the near side. They look to dump it in front. Nothing there. Backhander. Picked up by Northland. They will clear it out and flip it out up ahead. And it's Famer waiting for it, but Stevens Point rode it away from her. They'll jam it up the near side. Boy, Northland had about 8 players on the ice here during the change and dodge a bullet here with no penalty. And Northland unable to clear it up. Stevens Point on the forecheck, forces it free for a minute. Now Northland will cycle back in the near corner, lost the handle on it. Stevens Point will send 2 players in, and they come away with a puck. Out high it goes. Shot fired. Sewer with a blocker save. Rebound to the far side to Newberger. Newberger around, and to the side of the net, Mary Kramer after it now for Stevens Point. Nothing there. Northland tried to clear it out. Couldn't handle it cleanly. Stevens Point will get it. Newcomer back in on the far side. Newcomer coming around. Defender took it away. They'll go back after it with a stick lift in the far corner to try to get it. Northland feeds it ahead, and it comes out to the red line on the far side. Maddie Monroe there for Stevens Point. Northland lifted it past her, and Stevens Point will get it. Cycling on the far side is Alex Grubbs. She'll wait. She'll lift a long shot in. Sewer, a glove save, hangs on. 10:38 to go in the first. Still tied at 1.
I think the Pointers continue to get their offensive game going, and the forecheck game, 7-3. The shots on goal here through almost halfway through the second, almost through the third period. Like the Pointers trying to get the puck to the middle of the ice a little bit more here, opening things up.
All right, far side. Stevens Point with it. They will throw it toward the front of the net. Nothing going.
Ooh.
And a long bouncing coming in on Schultz, and she will cover it up.
Got a sneaky little shot that came in on Schultz. She had to catch it up high by her collarbone. And the puck went right down into her glove and stoppage of play. So 10:22 remaining here in the hockey game. We're tied at 1. We're going to get actually a timeout here by Northland, Tom, with this big offensive zone faceoff coming.
Sean, we mentioned some of the high school sectionals going on in the area.
Mm-hmm.
Marathon Park in Wausau.
Yes.
Wausau West hosting Chippewa Falls. 7-0 Chippewa Falls after 2. Didn't see that coming. So, some of the teams in the area. Of course, Pointer women's basketball team season came to an end tonight with a loss at Eau Claire. Pointer men were scheduled to get things rolling here at 8 o'clock, so we'll see if we can get an update here on that. But here, tied at 1. 10:22 to go here in the third period, and with an icing call here, Sean, just a timeout to draw something up here. Pointers are playing with fire here.
Yeah, they're keeping this thing pretty close, and Northland taking a time here to take a timeout, reset. They know they could see maybe drawing up a play here in the middle stages of the third period to get something going offensively. And it's going to have one shot. Either way here, Tom, the other team's going to have a huge advantage.
All right, face off to the left side of Schultz. Pointers get to it. Northland will muck it up in the far corner to hold it in momentarily. All right, off the glass on the far side, and Mary Kramer after it here for Stevens Point. And they'll finally skate it out, try to clear it out up ahead. They do to Alex Grubbs. Grubbs couldn't get it cleanly. Now she does. She'll fire a shot. Sewer with a save. Rebound to the near corner. Now bouncing puck coming out high to Knutson. She tried to fire a shot. Comes back to her. Now they'll fire a long shot through traffic. And boy, Northland out high is blocking a ton of shots. Now they'll feed it here. Shot fired toward the net. Redirect. That's fought off by Sewer to the near corner. Got a goaltender. Now bad turnover here by Northland, and Stevens Point can't take advantage. Far side Kramer reaching for it. Northland will kick it out. Far side, they'll streak ahead. Pointers will set up defensively here. Northland toward the net, nothing there. Played well here by Haley Sellers of the Pointers. Far corner it goes. Kiviaho coming to the side of the net. Got a backhander off. Pointers clear that one aside, and it goes to Kramer on the far side. Kramer surveys things up. She'll come, shoves it ahead on the right wing to Grubbs. Grubbs with a long shot, hit a defender again on the way through. Boy, that stung the defender on the hand, it looked like. Stevens Point was just trying to get the puck deep here and redirected it up and out of play. Into the Point bench. We'll get a whistle here, 9:06 to go. Awfully hard to see here. I hope everybody's all right down there.
I think Coach Jenkins made a glove save and a beauty.
Glove save and a beauty?
Yeah.
All right. Either way. Pointer men are underway at Eau Claire, Sean. 20-15, the Blue Golds lead. Pointers at 15-10. Eau Claire very much on the NCAA bubble at 17-8.
They got a win tonight.
Yep. All right, Bert Thume for Stevens Point. She walks around a defender, comes in, shoves it back door, and Wilczek couldn't pull the trigger. Wilczek now fires a shot. That's deflected. Sewer, save, rebound, shot, Sewer, another save, and covers it up. Pointers are getting to the net here, but Gabby Sewer is the story here. Junior netminder keeping us level. 8:43 to go here in the third.
Yeah, two big saves by Gabby Sewer there. Tom, one out from the perimeter, and then the rebound opportunity coming up right in. Nice job by Sewer to get the stoppage of play.
Shots now 36-15 in favor of the Pointers, who have the puck at center ice. Wheeling with it, Cassie Knutson had it poked away. Now sends it back, and Kylie Honor with it up ahead. Near side, Northland rides it through her. Pointers poke it a free, and it's Danny Heitzman back the other way. Heitzman near side. She'll get a puck deep between defenders. Behind the net she goes. Heitzman had Connor wide open in front of the net. Never saw her. Now tried to center it. Northland with a pass back the other way. May have a chance at a break. They'll go far side and keep it on side. They dance in. Hamas coming. Wheeling with a shot in front of the net. That goes harmlessly wide to the far corner. Matula was there. Couldn't get a stick on it. Now elbowed down on the far side here by Northland. Schultz will stop it with the paddle and get down and cover it up here. 7:59 to go in this WIAC quarterfinal game. Presented by Culver's. Welcome to Delicious.
Continue here, Tommy, as Olivia Schultz reads that play nicely. Noticed that her mates are out of position there. Able to glove the puck down, get the stoppage in play. Starting to tick down here, Tommy.
All right, Stevens Point off the draw will get it ahead. Too strong to handle, but cleared out into the neutral zone by Grubbs. Grubbs, Kramer, and Newcomer have been out there a ton. Grubbs digs it free, comes back the other way with Kramer. Grubbs coming in, firing a shot, rebound, loose shot, save made by Sewer. Rebound turned aside, and she's able to get down and cover it up.
Yeah, Pointer's able to get through the neutral zone with some speed and a little bit of space. A little 3-on-2 at the offensive blue line. Worked nicely. Got the puck up high on Sewer.
Got to go upstairs on her, maybe?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, able to make the save.
Micah Zip to take the draw for Stevens Point to the far corner. Pokes it there. Actekirk after it. She'll jam in the play right behind the Northland net here. Time ticking away here. And behind the net it goes. Trying to center it. Now Pointers dig it out to the side of the net. It goes to the far corner. Northland will drag it and try to set up a breakout here, but Point back coming in again. Boy, we got a couple of players tied up there. Stevens Point still trying to get in there and get it. Micah Zip still, and boy, they're scrumming for it in the far corner. And now it's Stevens Point coming away with it out high. They feed it to the point. Waltzing her way through is Newberger, trying to get free for a shot. Backhander to the side of the net is cleared aside. Pointers wanted a hooking call to the side of the net or a slash, either one. Now a Pointer player taken down back behind the net. Stevens Point, or Northland I should say, still not able to clear the puck out. It is high in the zone along the near boards. Trying to poke it free. Northland will get it. They'll zip it off the far boards and try to steer it ahead on the far side. Back through the middle, turned over. Pointers force a turnover. Back the other way they come. Heitzman coming in, firing a shot. That wired up high and fought off there by Sewer to the far side. Now you'll go far corner. They flip it. Heitzman back after it again. We got sticks all over the place. And into the near corner it goes. Stevens Point will try to come away with possession. They do. Toward the front of the net. Bouncing puck coming. Sets up on the far side. A shot wired through. That's blocked by Northland again. 2 Pointers down in the play. From her knees trying to get a shot off there is Kylie Honner. And back the other way they go. 2-on-1 back the other way for Northland. Watch out here. Shot blocked and deflected. Emma Berthume doing a nice job getting back, blocking that shot up into the netting and out of play.
Clear cut 2-on-1 from the Pointer offensive blue line. Northland came in. Berthume, nice job reading the play, getting the stick in on the last second. That was a little bit of helter-skelter as the Pointers got caught playing a little too much offense, forgot about their defensive zone coverage, and the Lumberjills came back and counterattacked on a 2-on-1.
Off the draw, Pointers rattle it around the boards to the near side, played by Grubbs, lifted up the middle, glove down there by Newcomer. She'll fight her way to the red line and get the puck deep into the Northland end. Northland after it behind the net. Pointers will set up and jamming it free here. Stevens Point is Kramer. Tried to throw it out in front of the net. Nothing there. Kramer reaching for it again. Northland able to carry it out on the near side. Poking it free. Back the other way comes Famer. She'll come in. Famer with a shot. Glove save made by Schultz. Might have been going wide, but hung on to it anyway to make sure of it. 5:34 to go here in the third. We'll get a face-off to the left side of Olivia Schultz.
And another little mini 2-on-1 for the Lumberjills as they came in on the offensive blue line. Fader decides to take the shot. Schultz, nice glove save. Like you said, Tom, may have gone wide, but you get the stoppage of play and you live for another day here.
Oh, a shot redirected right in front of the net, went wide. As Dana Lee. Now another shot. Schultz with a save. Smothered that to the near corner. All right, Stevens Point near side. Kelly Honner sends it deep, and Pointers will be guilty of an icing call here. Well, that's a good hustle there by Amanda Abinator to get to the hash. 5:14 to go here in the third. Well, Pointers certainly comfortable in this situation here, Sean, having played 5 straight overtime games. Was interesting this week, and now Stevens Point off the icing call. Get it. Of course, a lot of attention this week, Sean, to the 40th anniversary of the Miracle on Ice. And,
yes.
One of the most notable things as that game got late, and listening to Micah Ruzioni and Mark Johnson and Jim Craig on that SportsCenter special talking about the Russians basically didn't know what to do in the last 2 minutes.
They did
because, didn't get their goaltender off more or less because the U.S. didn't let them, but They didn't know what to do.
They didn't know what to do. They played with the lead so much, and it was one of the first times that a team was able to skate with the Russians and really push the pace with them for a full 60 minutes. And with this game, the Pointers are in a good position here with their experience in overtimes and keeping things going. You like their chances, but got to figure out a way. The officials have made it clear that this is going to be 5-on-5 the rest of the way, unless it's something egregious.
Yeah.
So you got to find a way to make a 5-on-5 goal.
Absolutely. All right, face-off will come to the right side of Olivia Schultz. Shots now 36-15 in favor of the Pointers. Shots aren't an issue here.
No.
Finishing.
They're not. It's finishing.
Yeah.
And Gabby Sauer has been the difference on the Northland end.
All right, off the draw. Pointers kick it free up the near side. Berthume had it, lost it. It comes back to the near corner. Newcomer around, and Stevens Point will get it there. Still forced ahead, and boy, now Northland kicks it back in front of the net, but nobody home. Hustling over here on the near side is Berthume. She'll send it the link to the ice, and this will be an icing call here. No, they'll wave it off. It dies before it gets to the end line. Stevens Point with a body out on the near side, but then pokes out free. And Stevens Point, a collision through the neutral zone. Now they wrap it to the far side. Kramer will pick it up. Kramer will carry it in the far side. She'll fire a shot. Sewer with a save and hangs on. Sean, I know the Pointers for a long time have always been content to depend on your face-off work here, especially in your defensive zone. I remember the Final Four game, Brian Adolski, when Ann Ninneman, I think, was a graduate assistant coach. In the third period against Gustavus, they iced the puck like 18 times in a row. Shot just trickles through off the face-off, and they were content to just win a face-off and clear it. And Mike Carroll, the head coach from Gustavus, went nuts. He was so frustrated. Pointers won the third place game. Now a shot in front, bouncing puck coming. Rebound there, but Northland's able to clear it out. No clean rebounds here, So, point, 4:10 to go here in regulation. Now they turn the puck over. Northland with it. They got a player open between the circles. Couldn't get to her. Now on the near side. Nice job here by Kylie Hunter to poke it free. Hunter ahead to Heitzman. She'll come in. Wires a shot and a goal. Danny Heitzman came around and fooled Sewer that time. I think beat her 5-hole. 3:59 to go in the third. Stevens Point a 2-1 lead.
And arguably the Pointers' best forward tonight. Heitzman labeled a shot. Nice job of reading the play. Got to the top of the face-off circle and just labeled a wrister. I believe it's going to beat Sewer to the blocker side and low, and the Pointers have a lead late here in the third period at IceHawks.
All right, 3:59 to go here. This quarterfinal matchup. See if you can ride some adrenaline here. Northland did a good job answering. So it is Stevens Point back the other way. So it's Danny Heitzman with the goal. Now a shot fired. That goes wide. Rebound in the near corner. They'll come in the near corner. Heitzman from Honor, just like it was in the first. Stevens Point a 2-1 lead. Puck loose behind the Northland net. Pointers will go to it in the far corner. Micah Zip tried to center it. Northland able to break it out. Oh, they hit the linesman on the far side. Northland was trying to bounce it ahead. Now Northland back the other way, one-on-one. Matula coming in. She'll wire a shot. That goes high. Williams to the rebound in the near corner. Centering pass through. All kinds of traffic in front. Another shot through. Schultz with a save. Rebound loose, and she gets down and covers it up.
Oh, what a save by Schultz, Tommy, as mass chaos in front of her. She's able to see the puck through traffic, make the initial save, and then dive in front to snuff out any rebound chances, as Northland had two players coming in late and to create that traffic. And it's now the Lumberjills with a bit of a push.
3:12 to go here. Stevens Point, a 2-1 lead. Far boards. Maddie Munro spins it around near side. Pointers chop it ahead and get it to the stick here of Alex Grubbs. Grubbs on the right wing ahead. She'll flip it deep and she'll chase it ahead. This could be an icing call. No, but Grubbs wins the battle to the hash marks. Into the near corner it goes. Centering pass right in front. Kramer with a shot blocked off. Another chance. Sewer with a save and covers it up. Boy, Mary Kramer unblocked. Literally between the circles in the slot. Pointers got it to her, and Sewer with a couple of saves hangs on. So a face-off in the Northland end. 2:50 to go here in the third. Let's not forget here, Sean, both teams have used their timeout.
Correct.
Down the stretch here. Face off to the right side of Gabby Sewer. And Stevens Point digs it ahead. Shot fired, scooped aside there by Sewer to the near corner. Big hit here in the near corner. That goes uncalled, and Northland comes back the other way. They throw it on the left wing. Pointers converge in here, and they'll get it back. Stevens Point now shoves it ahead off the far wall, ahead to Heitzman. Heitzman, a pair of goals here tonight for Stevens Point. They have a 2-1 lead, 2:20 to go in this WIAC quarterfinal. Northland misconnects on a pass here. Stevens Point back with it. They'll shove it ahead onto the right wing off the stick of Micah Zip. Zip carries it in through a defender, fired a shot wide, rebound to the far corner. And Northland will pull it back. Now the Lumberjills with it. They're trying to zip it out up off the far boards. Pointers hold it in at the point. Long shot fired. That's blocked. Comes right back to center ice to Nicole Newberger. And she'll fire it deep into the far corner. Minute 50 to go here in regulation. Stevens Point with a 1-goal lead. We'll keep an eye on the goaltender Sewer here as Northland carries it out. She looks to the bench. Pointers ride it off, and now they will flip it. And will this be far enough for icing? It spins free. Nope, they'll wave it off here as Bridget Alex back to get it. Pointers now force a turnover behind the net. In front of the net for Kramer again. Instead it comes out high to Monroe. She fires a shot. Sewer a save. Rebound is there, but the Pointers couldn't get to it. Pointers cycling with it. Shot in the goal. Bad angle shot from the far side. Alex Grubbs, a seeing eye shot through traffic. Minute 23 to go. Stevens Point with a 2-goal lead.
But that's going to put the nail in the coffin for the Lumberjills. Just an odd angle shot by Grubbs, Tommy. Beats on a sharp angle Gabby Sewer, and it's a 3-1 lead for the Pointers.
And Alex Grubbs with her 6th of the year for Stevens Point. And they're looking to finish it off. Pointers get it. Now they'll dump it deep into the far corner. They try to center it in front. Honor after it on the near side. Still loose behind the net. Honor after it, trying to get it. Stevens Point out high. Shot fired. That's blocked by Northland on the far side. Matula with it. She'll bring it up on the far side. Picked up here by Cassie Newcomer of the Pointers. She'll come back the other way. Shot fired wide. A minute to go here in the third. Stevens Point looking to advance in the O'Brien Cup tournament. Far side, Haley Sellers for Stevens Point. Fights to the red line, gets it deep. Puck's deep, short shifts here, and you should get yourself out of here with a win on your home ice. Northland now they come back towards center ice. Robin Matula coming in, and she'll fire a shot that's blocked. Matula got it back in the far corner. She'll spin with it, tried to center, but turned it over to Berthium. 33 seconds to go here as Stevens Point clears it out again. Northland back with it. They'll come through the neutral zone. Weaving her way free is Allison Riley in. Shot blocker save made by Schultz. And it is Stevens Point that'll get it. They'll clear it up ahead on the far side. Aktovic, empty net on the far side. She'll just scoop it deep. 13 seconds to go. Near corner, Wilczek with it. Tried to throw it in front of the net. Northland trying to clear it out. Centering pass, gobbled up there by the Pointers in the near corner. 5 seconds to go. Centering pass toward an empty net, goes wide. And that's going to do it. Stevens Point will get a shot at the buzzer. Home ice pays its advantage here, Sean, as Stevens Point will defeat Northland by a score of 3-1 and advance to meet the top seed Eau Claire on the weekend.
Nice job by the Pointers in that final 5 minutes to really push the pace, and Ninneman calls a timeout. And that pays dividends for Stevens Point. They get themselves moving forward. They get 3 5-on-5 goals. And they'll defeat the Lumberjills 3-1, and off to Eau Claire they go this weekend.
And a victory in regulation. What gives here?
Right, exactly.
We will see. All right, we'll grab a break. We'll come back and tell you about this. We hope Ann Ninneman will remember to come up and join us here.
Yes, hopefully.
And give us, she's got to be happy with her ladies' effort here tonight. Stevens Point eliminates Northland from the O'Brien Cup playoffs by a score of 3-1. We're back to tell you about it after this timeout. You're listening to Pointer Women's Hockey on the Pointer Sports Network.
The WIAC Ice Hockey Championships are brought to you by Culver's. Welcome to Delicious. Culver's congratulates the WIAC on its long history of athletic success and outstanding academic accomplishments. Over 5,000 student-athletes compete in WIAC sports, and Culver's recognizes the student-athletes of the WIAC for their hard work, dedication, and commitment to excellence on and off the field. Culver's is proud to be a sponsor of the WIAC, the Conference of Champions.
Bring home incredible internet, TV, and phone services with TDS Fiber. Register now at tdsfiber.com/radio. Enjoy cyber-spacious internet speeds up to 1 gig at your home or business. Plus, change the way you watch TV with our whole home DVR. Can't get that with cable. Powerful internet, premium services. Go to tdsfiber.com/radio to register, learn about bonus offers, and more. TDS Fiber available in certain areas. See website for details.
UWSP Athletics would like to thank Century World, a valued sponsor of Pointers Athletics. Nestled in the heart of central Wisconsin, Century World is a great place to